Today is our business webinar, just as you know, and I'm really super excited to have every single one of you here. And I'm very sure and certain that after this webinar, there's a lot of action points you will be able to take back to your business to implement, because this is what this call is about. We don't just want to talk at you. We want you to take action points back to your business and then implement. All right, so what are we doing today? So I'll be introducing the session, and then we're supposed to have Sarah Kazim take how to use data and insight to grow your small business. But our other speaker is currently at the airport, so we have to move him very quickly to the front. And he'll be talking on community building and branding, and that's David Rotimi. Also, I'll be teaching on how to grow and scale your business, and then I'll also touch on social media management and content creation, and then we'll move to Q&A. A little bit about me. I'm a climate change consultant and business owner, and I founded Light and Cuttings 2 years ago, although I've been in this printing industry for about 6 to 7 years, as far as I can remember. And what is Light and Cuttings? Light and Cuttings is a faith-based contemporary store that allows you to share your faith boldly through creative custom-made items. And I think these are the reasons why you should listen to me. First of all, I have evident results. Reminds me of a song that people have been singing recently, but this is a very corporate meeting. So first of all, I have evidence results. I have helped other businesses, business owners grow their businesses. And I'm very passionate about seeing other people grow. If you're very close to me, you know that this is something that is very close to my heart. And I believe that the sky is big enough for everybody to fly. And lastly, I honestly just love to teach, as you can tell. So I would just like to introduce Sarah very quickly, just in case you don't know who is on this call. She's a customer success manager at Bumper, one of my best app on my phone as a business owner, actually. A leading provider of innovative solutions for businesses to manage and grow their business online, offering a range of features, including website creation, business growth analytics, and inventory management. She holds a BSc from the University of Lagos, Nigeria, an MBA from Nextford, a next generation online university based in Washington, D.C. She's also the founder of Sarah Kazim, a fashion retail brand in Nigeria. And in 2017, the Sarah Kazim brand was selected among the 1,000 successful business ideas selected from 100,000 applicants by the Tony Elumelu Foundation. I'm very sure if you're a business owner, you know what the grant is about. So, Sarah Kazim, you have the floor. I'll just stop sharing my screen.
Thank you so much, Temi. Thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to say a very big thank you to Temi for doing this. And why I'm saying thank you, not because it's very rare sometimes to see people, even if you're paying, whatever that means, but it's very rare for people to want to share their knowledge sometimes, particularly people who have, like Temi already said, evidence. Do you understand? Because you see people who they don't even have as much as the evidence that you have, and they don't actually like to share. And I don't know why that is. So this is, so if you're a business owner here, if there's anything that I would just say that you make sure that you're doing is don't be distracted, make sure that you're present, you're here, and then you're taking notes and also implementing, like Temi mentioned, because that's the very, very most important thing. So today I will be touching down on data and insights to grow your businesses. And then this is a very important topic because times and times again, if there's one thing that I've seen businesses in the time past, is that you're always looking for the next big thing, forgetting that you have some valuable data within your power and within your hands that you're not even using, because you might not even know how to read the data, how to take the data, and also how to analyze and implement the results that the data is giving out. So the first question would be rate yourself. If I ask you a question now, to what degree do you think that data influences your business decision? 1 to 10 in the comment section. Just rate yourself. Like when I say business data, like using the data from your business to take business decision, if I ask you to rate yourself between 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself? You don't have to feel guilty. You don't have to feel ashamed. Don't worry. We're definitely going to be talking about how to make sure that you even understand the data that you have and you're using it to your own business growth. Okay. So let me just take this off my screen. So my goal today, I'm going to be teaching us, making sure that at the end of this class, even the most basic of the most basic form of data in your business, you not just only know how to read it, you can visualize it and also make sure that you're implementing it for business growth in your business. So from this survey here, you can see we have a lot of businesses. Sorry, excuse me. So from this survey, you can see here, it says that according to a survey by Social Listening Tool mentioned, less than 15% of businesses have a data-driven culture. And sometimes when we look at why that is we always say that you might not necessarily even understand that you have. I'll give you an example. You have been a business owner for the past 3 years, and you don't even know who your best customer is, or even your best selling product, or what makes people buy from you. And the thing is, you have this data already in your business, but sometimes if you don't identify that data, it might be difficult for you to interpret the data. So I'll go to the common excuse and why this is. So have you ever been in a situation where you say, oh, I'm not a numbers person? Have you ever? So I want us to look through this sub and pick your sub, because I'm going to be breaking the table. Look through this sub right now and pick the one that you think that is your sub and the excuse that you have always been giving yourself. So what's let me see. Somebody's already somebody say meat. Fantastic. You hear people say, oh, number 2, I can calculate everything from my head. But you know that is not true. You know that that's not true. Yeah, oh, my business is still small. I don't have money for the tools. My staff are not educated. Our customers won't drop more information. I'm not a numbers person, and so on. Today, one of the things we're going to making sure that we're doing is we're breaking and shattering all of these excuses, because like I've said, they're just excuses. And when you have excuses, it just limits your growth. So what I'm going to be doing Oluwafumi says number 1. So we're definitely going to be breaking this and making sure that we're using this session to our advantage. Okay. So my next teaching will be, why should we use data? So the first thing that you see here is from my slide, you see is decision making. When you have the right data and when you know how to use this data, it helps you make the best decision. And towards the end of this session, I will definitely be showing you how, and also how you can use a tool to making sure that you are correctly using and utilizing this data. The next advantage of data is better process. So you can improve your business process. So for example, right now, when you first started your business, let's just say, for example, my own store, you're the only one, you're making, maybe in 1 week, you're making 10 dresses, but the more customers you have and the more growth that you have, you cannot keep, maybe you're making patterns from scratch, cutting, sewing, and all of those things. Now you have to, excuse me. So now you have to make sure that whatever it is, you are making better business decision, and also making sure that you have and can improve your business process so that you can optimize for more. Number 3 is cheaper cost. You can gain more customer also at a very cheap cost. And the other 4th one is also with retention, increasing, that's ROI, return on investment, increasing revenue, and also your profit. And you can also have insights to create new products. And then I'll give you an example. So you see with data, you launched a product and maybe 1 or 2 people bought. And in your head, you're already thinking, oh, this product, you know how sometimes business owners, you can see a product and you're saying, this product will definitely be a bestseller, because in your own eyes, very fine. Until the people who are supposed to buy this product, they're going to shock you. Like, you're going to be like, what's going on? This product is supposed to be fine and fire. Why is it not moving the way it's supposed to be moving? You understand? But you know that product that you're seeing, like, this product is not fine. You know that product or that content that you just be like, let me just put it there. And then that product will now shock you. It will now become your bestseller. And you're asking yourself, how did this happen? So what data will help you do in that instance is that because you might already know, maybe, for example, I'll give an example of my own store. There was a particular dress that I didn't like because it looked too busy. In my head, I'm like, it's not possible for anyone to even buy this product. But you know, till date, that dress is our bestseller. And it just really made me realize that maybe people actually like dresses that are actually very busy and not simple. And because of that, I was able to make sound business decision. So the next thing we're going to be talking about is, what is digital marketing? What is data? What is insight? How can you use that to grow your businesses? So you can see from my screen here, you see digital marketing, leveraging digital assets to get more visibility and sales for your products and services. What is data? Facts and statistics collected for references or analytics. So something as simple as you're running a sale or you're running a campaign, you can see that if you sold to 100 people, 90 people from that 100 are buying from Lagos Island. That is a data. So the question you're asking yourself in that instance is, I ran a campaign, 100 people bought, 90 from that 100 are from the island. It makes you start asking yourself the right questions to say, 90 people are buying from Lagos, not just Lagos, from the island. What is in this product that is attracting this kind of people? And because of that, you're now asking yourself, oh, do I need to partner with somebody who has a store on the island, so that you can even reduce shipping spend from purchasing, instead of, oh, maybe your store is on the mainland, you want to ship from mainland to island 4,000. But you can see that your data is saying 90% of people who bought from you the last time are from, let's say, Lekki. Do you want to find a partner in Lekki that you can put your product, so that you can even say, oh, if you're based in Lekki, or free shipping? You make those kind of decisions and sound judgment because your data is already telling you that 90% of your customers who have been buying from you are from the island. So how do you now use that data? So another thing I'll just highlight here is, you can't get insights without data, and wrong data can give you wrong insight. And I'll give you an example, a very practical one. You see, as business owners, sometime as a business owner, you can, let's say, for example, you're selling a dress for, let's say, 100 naira. But people are always rushing this dress. You've sold 1 million of that dress. What's 100 naira? But you have sold 1 million of that dress. You know, without data, you can think, this is my best-selling product. But you have another dress that's 100,000 naira for one, and you've sold 1,000 pieces of that one. Can you see what's happening? If you don't have data, you just think, because I have volume, this clothes is my bestseller. But when you do the math at the end of the day, let's say 100 naira times 100,000, whatever that gives us, then you come 100,000 times 1,000. Which one do you think is the biggest? Which one will make you the biggest money? Which one do you think will make you the biggest money? You can drop it in the chat box. Oh, Oluwajoba says, this is my story. Don't worry, we've all been there. Fantastic. So do you see? But if you're not going back to check your data, calculate exactly. So these are the things that we want to make sure that today we're definitely breaking. So data representation is very, very, very important. So you can see from this usage cycle, we have data collection, data analysis, interpretation, insight gathering, implementation from insights. So they were going to be breaking this down, and how you can definitely, even from your small, tiny business, I don't like to say small, your growing business, you can do so much more. You can do so much more from the data that you have presently. And that way, you're even making sound decisions to grow that business. So the data collection process, you have to ask yourself, decide which metric matter. So you see people, for example, hear people say, oh, and that's why you see a lot of time, people always look down on nano influencers or small influencers, forgetting that you are doing yourself a lot of huge deals. You see somebody with, oh, this person has 1 million followers. Okay.
Thank you.
That's a good metric. By whatever standard you have, depend on your goal, maybe the goal of your market, whatever it is, you know that, oh, awareness. And it's possible that they might not even be a good metric for your product. But when you decide on what metric matter, somebody who maybe has 3,000 followers can even convert so much in sales for you than some, because this person has built a community around their product that even when they cough, everyone wants to buy the water that they use to cure that cough. So you have to collect different information, but segment the important ones. So for you as a business owner, what are the important information? Customer's name, customer's email, customer's phone number, address. That's very important because, first of all, if you have those important ones, you can, let's say, for example, you want to run an ad on Google, you can populate your Google ad with those information of your customer and ask Google to say, oh, these are the kind of customers I have. These are where they are located. Can you run a lookalike audience retargeting ads for this kind of people? And that way you're even getting new eyes to your brand. So you need to collect important information for your customer. Imagine if you have a website and somebody wants to check out. You ask the person, what's your name? What's your email? What's your address? What's your phone number? What's the date of birth? Where were you born? What's your place? What location was your mother from? Do you see, are those data important? They are not important. They might be useful for something else, but in that instance, they're not important. What is very important right now are those 4 things: your name, your email, your phone number, and address, because they are necessary for the person to make a purchase, when they buy the purchase, and even for you to sell after for post-purchase. The next thing is frequency of collection. Determine how often you want to harvest data from the source. So you're asking yourself question like, oh, this data that I have, or the last customers I bought from me in the last 5 years, do I want to even reach out to them? Do I want to collect new data? Maybe you want to get an updated data. Oh, your new address, we're launching a campaign. We want to sell to this, we want to do this. Can you update your data? So you need to ask yourself, how frequently do you collect this data from this customer? Then the next thing is deciding the right tool, and which I'll be also showing us here in this class, on the right tool that you can use to also make sure that you're getting the right data. One other thing I'll be speaking about is creating a dashboard. I've seen business owners, you call yourself founder, CEO, you can't use Google Sheets. Sis, bro, in 2023, it's not allowed. Go on YouTube, how to use Google Sheets for data visibility. Very simple. So you cannot, yes, call yourself a founder. I'm not going to drag you. That's not who we are. But you need to start making conscious and right decisions to grow your business. Because the thing is, regardless of how somebody's going to come and preach to you, talk to you, and educate you, you need to wake up and say, I want to do this now. So you're asking yourself, can you even use Google? Like, do you know how simple Google? I always tell people that Google built Google for Nigerians. Because Nigerians, sometimes we can be very, I don't want to stress. Google now said, don't worry, we'll make your life easy. Did Google Sheet, did Google Doc, integrated everything in one platform. How simple can that be? So I want us today, as you're living here, even if you're going to tell yourself in the next 3 days, I will know how to use Google Sheet, that I won't launch a course on how to use Google Sheet because I came to Temi's masterclass. Do you understand? So please, when you're creating this kind of dashboard, you can even filter your dashboard. So I say, my last sale, 1,000 people bought from me. What was the highest selling location? See, you will not even need to waste your ads, your money on advertisement, because when you're seeing that data visualized on your dashboard, all you just need to do is go on Facebook ads and run ads to say, Ikoyi was the highest. You will target your ad so much that it's only Ikoyi you want to see, because 100 people bought from Ikoyi, there's something in that product that Ikoyi people are not telling you about that they like. Do you understand? So yes, okay. It's funny. We're not dragging each other. So where to gather data? If you can see from the screen here, it says website. It doesn't cost a fortune, almost free. I know that yes, some people here might say, I've tried to ask a website developer to be the and the price that they gave me. Don't worry, today you're going to be getting a very good alternative that will definitely not be costing you a fortune. And then you can even run this by yourself without needing technical expertise or even a technical profession to assist you. The next thing is social media and ads platform. Guys, it is 2023. You shouldn't just post on your social media and leave it there. Every day or every night, are you even checking your insights? My insights. This week, men are the highest viewers. What post did I even post this week that the number of men to women ratio is higher? Or even this month, 22 reshares. That's bigger than last week. What did I share? What did I post? When you're asking yourself these kind of questions, it helps you truly understand why you're doing the things that you're doing. 100 saves. Why did people save this post? Do I even need to start making an outfit like this? Or what do I even need to do that people are seeing in this post that is making them save this post? The next thing also is bookkeeping and inventory. You see business owners, I know my numbers. Okay, you know your numbers. Can you tell me how much you sold on the 25th of June in 2021? Can you tell me that? It's impossible. And not because, oh, you are dumb, or because, oh, you don't know what you're doing. No, that's not true. Or maybe you're foolish. No, you're not foolish. It's just that the way our brain works, you have to definitely write. You have to make sure you're taking notes. You're tracking these things. And there are technologies to do this. There's no excuse. Like, you know how simple it is to use Google. Just go on Google. Technology to do this. Technology to, like, it's so simple. The other thing is survey, articles, and reports. You need to start checking in with your customers, even survey people that bought from you in the past. Those people have big gold mines for your businesses that you might not even know. And I'll give you an example. There's a brand that I like to buy from. I use shea butter, Ori. And since I started buying Ori shea butter, it was just great. I didn't want, like, I was just scared from buying from anyone else because I could attest to the product that she was selling, and it just works for me. And then she was complaining. She just messaged me because she uses a product that I use too. And she's like, the sales has been slow and everything, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I've been buying from you since last year, and you have never done anything like next selling to me. And I'll tell you what next sell is. So for somebody who sells cream, or you sell, let's say, for example, palm oil or food, and I buy from you, maybe granite oil, let's give that example. I buy from you every 3 months because you don't have the data to say, oh, Sarah bought body cream from me in January. It's 50 ml. That means that in the next 2 months, our cream should have finished. Would I have a reminder to remind Sarah that, oh, hi, Sarah, this is already February 22nd. The last time you bought cream from me was December 22nd. Do I need to send a bill? And how many creams you want? How many body wash you want? Whatever it is that you want, and send it to this person. We don't do that. We're always looking for the next selling thing, next person to buy from, next person to reach out to. Meanwhile, you have 1,000 people that bought from you in the past. You've never sold to them. Do you know what will happen to Sarah? Today, Sarah finished the last cream. She poured the remaining inside her hand, and it finishes. Do you know what Sarah will do? Sarah will never remember to come and meet you to tell you to send a cream order. Sarah walks to Ebaino to buy the next available cream that she sees. And if by any chance the Ori that Sarah buys from Ebaino is better than yours, you have lost Sarah. Do you know that? You have lost her. Not because you're selling a bad product. Your product is excellent. But you're not the one that you have in the house. You're not doing anything to them because you're looking for the next person. Like I said, you always need to put a budget for the next person. But the person that bought from you in the past, do you even know how long that product that they use lasts? It might not work for every product. Do you understand? Definitely, it might not work for all the people that are selling products. But there are some products that it will work for. You're selling body cream, you're selling palm oil, you're selling different kind of things that people always need to use because it will always finish. Even soap. Do you understand? Hair cream, all of those things. Can you even calculate how long does my 50 ml last for one person? Do you understand? And then you're asking, when you ask those kind of questions, it helps you to say, these 1,000 people, there's nowhere they're going to. Every 3 months, I'll be having a cash cow from these people because I'm buying from them. Do you understand? And that's what survey does. Survey articles. Are you sometimes, even as you're calling yourself founder and CEO, have you picked up the phone to even call the customers who have bought from you in 2021? Oh, I'm just checking. You're not selling to them. Even if it's 1 of 5 people, I know that yes, you're very busy. You have bigger customers. At least just checking in once in a while to just check in about, oh, thank you for shopping, blah, blah, blah. I'm just checking and reaching out to you and just making sure you're touching base. At least, even if it's once in a quarter, I tell people you need to do surveys at least once in a quarter or once in 6 months for your customers, because there's so many things that, see, 5 naira that somebody wants to spend, thousands of things are competing with that 5 naira. Then the question is, how do you make sure that when the person is finally ready to buy, they are going to buy from you? Do you understand? So let's move on from that. So some metrics to look out for, you see from Google Analytics here, it says website visits, gender of visitor, pages with high bounce rate, pages with high viewing time, location of visitors, referring domains, returning visitors versus new visitors, return to ad spend. So you can see, for example, now, maybe you check your website and you see your website visit, 100,000 people visited your website in 6 months. But in that 100,000, less than 3%, but you now ask yourself, 100,000 people visited, why is only 3% or less than 3% buying? Do you now start asking yourself, is it too difficult to check out? Is the load time very difficult? Is it slow? Is it that the questions I'm asking them are too many? Do I even need to not even ask any question? Oh, new user, old user. Do you want to log in to buy this? If you don't want to log in, just buy it. Do you need to start asking those kind of questions to help you make better and sound decisions? But if you don't even have this analytics type to your business, you will not be able to ask yourself this question. You see, for example, now, pages with high viewing time. What's on that page that you can duplicate to other pages, and making sure that you even duplicate it to checkout page so that people can also buy in that page. Then the next thing here is social media, IG, Thread, Facebook, Twitter, Snap, and so on and so forth. So you can see here impression. So the question now is, oh, you saw the impression, reach, follower versus non-followers, engagement on post with high profile visit, gender of followers, location of followers, saves. Like, some of us don't even know that Instagram gives us this thing in detail. Like, you will sit down with it, each of your content. You might not even have the time to do each of your content, but the question is, why don't you even have the time to do each of your content? You don't already have a multi-million-dollar company yet, so you still have a lot of time to actually do this. Every week, maybe on Saturday or Sunday, do you want to start sitting down with all, what are the content that did well, what are the ones that did not do well, so that you can maybe repurpose it for something else and even check, oh, I posted it in the morning, maybe that's why I did not do well. Should I post it by afternoon, or should I post it by night, or maybe I don't post it at all? When you have those kind of data, it helps you make quick decision. Also, location. Your biggest location is in Yaba, or your biggest location is Abuja. Do you need to have an Abuja store? And you don't need to spend so much on an Abuja store. You can reach out to somebody who already has a store in Abuja to say, oh, I'm going to be stocking some of my products here. Let's see how the outcome is, and also the engagement of people who are buying. That way, you can even see, people say, I remember one time I used to ship internationally, and then the shipping, I'll say ship to US 10,000. People will be like, Sarah, are you carrying gun? How are you shipping to US 10K or UK 6,000 naira? How are you shipping this one? It was because I saw that UK, US, Canada had my biggest customers. All I just needed to do was, every time somebody tells me, oh, I'm going for MBA, oh, I'm moving abroad for the next 12 months, I'm going MBA, I just say, please, can you pack, even if it's 50 of this outfit as my best seller with you? I would just be telling them to come and meet you. No, but you are knowing this now because I'm sharing this with you. So you need to make sure that you're competing on a level that you're going to be critically thinking and making some. But I was able to know that because I had the data already with me that told me that, oh, these major locations are my biggest locations. Do you understand? See, because of data, I already saw this. I'm going to be asking, oh, you're going for MBA. Okay, can you do or you're even going to school. You see people going jackpotting. Every time there's always going to be somebody. Do you want to look for somebody that will help you stock? And when it's sold that, you look for somebody else, or you continue with them, depending on how the relationship might be. Like I always say, it might not work for everybody, but is what definitely a trial. So other metrics to look out for is e-commerce website. You see, for example, bumper here. You see website visits, channels for sales, return customers, most sold products with the highest profit, volume of discounts or coupons, reports, surveys, articles, industry benchmark, what your customers want, how your customers want it, how has it been done before, how to collect your industry data, trend and forecast. So if there's anything also I want to make sure that we're taking out of this class is you also need to start seeing people who are selling the same products as you as allies, and not as ops. And why I'm going to be giving you an example of why I say that. There's a big brand in the US that I follow. And these people, if you want to know the latest trend in the fashion industry today, you just check what they did yesterday. Why? Because they have a budget, research budget, to always keep checking what growing businesses. And we might not necessarily have that kind of budget. So you're not going to see them as, this is my competitor. I don't actually care what this is. Please, you need to care. And not because you'll not be following them blindly or following them in a way that you don't have an identity of your own. No, you're just going to be following them so that it inspires you. I mean, I always tell my staff, my team members, that we don't have the body that these people have, but at least you can tell what it is that the industry is going right now, just because of the decisions they're making right now and what it is that they are definitely doing. Do you understand? And that's how I was even able in 2020 to even go on TikTok, because I said, this people are going on TikTok. What is this TikTok? I went there. It was 2020 to 2019. And that's how I went on TikTok that time, because of, I saw this and I saw that they were doing. So please, when you leave this call today, look for 10 of your biggest competitors. And I say biggest, not people on your level. You can follow people on your level, because sometimes people do extensive research so that you make sure that you're networking up, networking sideways and also down. Make sure that you're following 10 people, 5 in Nigeria, 5 internationally, so that at least you're knowing local trends. International, you also know international, so that you're not going to be a local champion. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is making sense of your data, interpreting the data, questioning the data, and making sure you are working with the data. So you're asking yourself right now, for example, now, this most sold product, why are people buying it? What exactly is in this product that people like? What exactly is in this product? This customer has been returning. There's a customer that's been returning for the past 5 years. And one time, I think we even reach out to this customer. Like, it's not that you love, I don't want to say, you love my brand so much like that. No, but I don't want to assume. So I asked her, she's like, I just really like it. It's not see there's something in the product. So I really like your energy, and I like the way you smile when you're creating content. Before 3 years ago, I started giving my content out to somebody. When I just heard that, I created the content and continued my content creation myself. Because I'm like, so some people are actually buying, not because you're doing a fantastic work, but because there's just the energy that's around you that people just like. Do you understand? And people are going to be spending that money. So I'm not saying you should base your business off those kind. No, you definitely have segments, and knowing that, oh, you're selling to these people, you're selling to this kind of customers and this niche of people also. So because I had this, and because I reached out, survey, asking questions, it just really helps me make that kind of sound decision that, okay, maybe it's not yet time. When your business is now growing, you can now start outsourcing content creation to somebody else, because now you're now busy, you need to scale up, you need to do so many of that. But now they are still growing. There's some things that you still need to do by yourself. I know that people always say, oh, get staff is great. But there's some things that the core of your business is that you definitely need to still keep doing yourself. Yeah, so making sense of data, how to get insight from data. And we quickly, Timmy, please tell me also when my time is already get so that I will know, because of the demo session quickly too. So the next thing is how to get insight. Yes.
So you have more, like you have 8 to 10 minutes more, and then I'll take my own session and then we'll do the demo. And
okay,
the team is also flying now, so I'm very sure it will land by the time I'm done. So everybody's good.
Fantastic. Okay, so how to get insight from your data. So you see question like from lead questions and have a clear idea of the result, gather, clean up and store data, uncover patterns, formulate precision. So you see this question now, what happened here? You saw last month, you sold, let's say 20 million. And this month is already the 18th day of the month. You're still on 5 million. What exactly is going on? What exactly is wrong? What happened? What's happening? Why is there a decrease? Why is there an increase? What are the activities? Oh, is it that I sold more last year because, last year was mid-year, so we did mid-year sale. Or last year, it was the 6th month of the year, and because people knew it was the middle of the year, people were generally prone to buying. Especially if you're in fashion industry, people buy more summer, people buy more Black Friday, and so many. But if you don't know, you just be crying that, this is because you don't have the data, you will not be able to understand why those things are happening. Can I control the increase or the decrease? When you know that the increase or the decrease was happening because of a particular time of the year, there's nothing much that you can do. All that you just need to do is making sure that you're maximizing your marketing so that the months that you're going to be doing well, you're doing extraordinarily well. Can I double the impact? Are there things I did that didn't bring results? Are there things I did with so much budget or time but didn't get results like others? So when you ask yourself this question, and we say one thing, that you can lie to everyone else, but you cannot lie to yourself. You set a goal for 10 million and you've never made 1 million. What are you doing wrong? What are you doing right? How can you rectify what it is? So the more you question this data, the more you ask yourself, I posted this post, only 2 people commented, only 1 person commented. What happened? What do I need to do? Was it the angle? Was it the time? Was it what exactly is happening? Do you understand? So ask yourself this question, and it helps you make sound decision. What to use data and insight for? You can use it to find new customers, better managing marketing efforts, improving customer service and processes, increasing customer retention, predicting sales trend, tracking social media interaction. I'll give an example with finding new customers. So you see that every month you see new people are buying from your store. People are walking into your store to pick up things. Why is that happening? Last 2 months, they removed fuel subsidy. And now you are now added on your website options to come and pick up yourself from the store, or options to stockpile. So the question you ask yourself now, I saw that this month, a lot of people are coming to the store more frequently. Maybe that is happening because, there was an increase in fuel price, and because they removed the fuel subsidy, people rather just, since I'm coming around this area, let me even stockpile them together and pick up at once. Because you are putting this kind of information out there, customers who want to pick up, or maybe they're closer to you, will always want to come and pick up by themselves. You see what is happening because you have the data. You can improve customer service and processes. Sometimes you ask questions in our data. When we do our data, our survey, you ask questions with customer. What platform would you like to reach out to us? What platform do you like to reach out to Sarah Kasim with? People say, I prefer WhatsApp. Immediately, I say Instagram is a good channel for us, but 90% of my customers say they would rather do WhatsApp because they want to be engaging with you. That's when I was even doing Bespoke, want to be engaging with you via chat and all of those. So what do? I found somebody who will be mounting WhatsApp because I might not even have the time to actually do that. But you see people, if I didn't know right now, or if the person say, my customers, all of them say, we like Instagram, or we want to go to the website, whatever it is that they like. If I didn't know that, maybe, and this is not to this or tease anybody. You see people say, oh, no DM, cross, and all of those things. If I don't have that kind of data, I would not know. And then at the end of the day, you're crying. I'm not making sales. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this, because you don't even have data. You see somebody else doing this, and then you're also making decisions just from you're copying somebody else. You're not even living your own true identity, and you're living your own true life. So the other thing also is predicting sales trend. You can see now, oh, bucket hat is trending. This is trending. That is trending. Why is this happening? How can I use this to make sure that my own process, and how can I even maximize this? When for example, Barbie movie was trending, Pink was just going all over. So you're asking yourself, oh, do I want to make more of this? If you don't believe in it, it's fine. Do you understand? But you're just making sure that you're questioning whatever it is that you're happening, so that you're not even caught unawares. So make sure you're also tracking social media interaction, people that are sending DMs from your insight. How many people sent you DM? How many people saved? How many people this? How many people did that? So that you will know, oh, people like when they see more of Sarah. People like when they see more of Wunmi, when she's packing an order, when she's doing this, when she's doing that. Do I want to keep doing more of that? Because your data and insight is telling you exactly what to do. So if you see from this is a particular situation. When I'm doing my demo, I will speak and highlight more on this that I wrote here. But from this, you can see from this dashboard, dashboard on this analytics, you can see who is my returning customer. Somebody just this year alone, this person has spent 284,000 in 6 months from the brand. You're asking yourself, why? Why is this person? Do you want to replicate this person? Do you want to even reach out to this person to engage on why they are doing this and getting customers who look like this person to even buy? Do you want to even tell this person to refer more people to you? Because you can see that they are heavy spenders in 6 months. Then the next thing is, how did this person hear about us? Because you can see these top 5 people, you can reach out to those 5 by yourself and say, oh, how did you find out about us? And just ask those kind of questions. Average spend, you see, should I create a bundle offer? A customer ordered 11 times. Somebody ordered 11 times in this kind of economy in 6 months? You need to call the person to ask, how did you find out? If you don't even want to call, you can send a text message or a survey. But you know that sometimes people might not read survey because they are busy. You can seek permission to just say, oh, I want to call you so and so time. Would it be okay too? Because no matter how much you spend on ads, you have to compete also in a community level. You know, and that's one of the reasons why I'm very excited at Pastor Rotimi talking about community and how to maximize that. So using data for growth. When you see this now, a bundle product, you saw that people bought your order spend. Average order spend, maybe for example, is 25,000 naira for your brand. Do you want to create a bundle to say, you have to increase this average order spend for your brand to maybe 30K or 35K? So do you want to do a bundle and partner with maybe other brands? I sell dresses, I partner with somebody who sell glasses or sell hair, and we create a bundle together, really for this kind of economy. So gift highest order, free gifts, request for public review, run ads on TikTok, consist of your customers or your post, create a cheaper version of same clothes type, and different things that you can definitely do to maximize that. So we'll definitely be doing all of this in the practical session, so that I will just pass on the mic to Temi. Let me just see. Okay, so just to wrap up with my own data session. So this, I'll just be highlighting some marketing trends that you should also know. So you can see from here, short engaging video wins, storytelling must be virtual, social commerce is now acceptable, and so on and so forth. So that's definitely all for my session. After the general session, I will come back to do a practical demo session on how you can use this tool to maximize data and also to grow your businesses. So thank you so much, Temi. You can take over the floor.
Wow. It felt like somebody just opened my head. You know, I get data, but maybe not as deep as this, So thank you so much, Sarah. I learned a lot. Like, I've been writing and writing. So just in case you're not writing, don't know. So I will just spotlight you, and I'll just go right into my session. Give me a second. Great. I hope you guys can see me. So there's no light. I'm using my ring lights, and I think it's bright enough. I'll just share my screen now. Sarah, you can stop sharing for now.
Yes.
Great. Okay, we have about 69 people here. Let me go to the beginning of this. All right. Great. Please give me a second.
It's fine.
Tech bro lifestyle. That's all right. I'm trying to stop sharing. Sorry. Great. Okay. There we go. Hey guys, see my screen
Yes.
now? Mm-hmm. All right. I'll just spotlight myself because I deserve it. Hello everyone. I feel like the session Sarah took was super important, and although like it contained like some technical stuff, but I think it's super important because there's no growth without data, to be very honest. If you don't know where you're coming from, where you're going, what's your best product, there's no way to grow. And I like that the session actually came before mine. So in case you are expecting very corporate teaching, please, I mean, I can pidgin. I just like to make my class very, very lively. And, you know, sometimes I used to drag wigs also. So yeah, how to grow your business. First thing I'll be talking about, knowing your why, your what, and who, very, very important. I'll be using a lot of examples so that you can relate. So when I wanted to start my business, I think the first question I asked myself is, why do I want to start this business? And the way I started my business was literally me just making t-shirts. And I wear them a lot. I wear them every Sunday. And then somebody approached me, was like, I think you really do good with this thing. And there was demand from other people for me to make for them. But I just felt like I didn't want to stress myself. But I said, okay, I think you should start selling this thing. And because there was a demand, I felt like, yeah, I built a personal brand that people trusted. Why can't I just do this? That was my basic why of like starting out. And then what do I want to do? There's so many aspects of my business. There's so many people printing t-shirts, so many people printing, you know, in the printing industry. What do I want to do? And I said, because of my timing and every other thing that I'm involved with, I would just focus on one type of product till I'm stable enough to like launch out into other parts. So the next question I asked myself, what do I want to sell? So I said, okay, I'll start with t-shirts. The next question is, who do I want to sell to? I knew that my primary customers were believers or are still believers. So if I'm selling a faith-based t-shirt, who should be my primary audience? People who go to church, I mean, cool Gen Zs who like all those catchy phrases and all of those things. So I had to define my audience. And I'm not saying this because I'm teaching. This was literally what I thought in my head and I wrote it down. So I'll move to my next slide. What are the 5 stages of small business growth? We have existence, we have survival, we have success, we have takeoff, we have maturity. So like Sarah Kazim said, I want to ask yourself, where do you think you stand? I'll go back to the slide. Let me know if you're existing. Let me know if you are surviving. And let me know if you're at your success stage. Let me know if you're currently taking off. And let me know if you're at your maturity stage. If you're at your maturity stage, honestly, I don't think you should be on this call because you're bigger than me. You know, so let me know in the chat section where you belong. In case you're wondering what these 5 things mean, and you've reflected, you can identify where you are. So existence, these are the characteristics of existing as a business owner. You just launched, maybe you just started posting on Instagram, like you just launched your business. You are looking for customers. You are still winging it. You don't know how many customers you had last month. In fact, you've been existing for 2 years, but you cannot tell us who was your highest paying customer last month. You cannot tell us how much profit you made last month. You are existing, to be honest. Then the next one, you just introduce new products. So maybe you just woke up and decided that, oh, I want to start this business. I want to, you know, start selling this particular service or product to people. You still fall under this category. And then the last one, you're testing the market. I know there's some people like that on this call. I'm just like, if I do this business, I will succeed. Will I have evidence and result to show after 1 year? Right? So you're still putting your leg in, your leg out. And I know some people like that where they'll start business today. After 3 months, I'm like, where are thou? And you cannot find them. So you fall under existing. And then we have the second one, which I think, oh, my picture is gone. A lot of business owners in Nigeria fall under this category, which is not even bad, but you don't have to be on this category for long. You know, you have a consistent flow of customers. Let me try and reduce this thing so that you have a consistent flow of customers. You have an effective communication strategy. You have an upcoming structure. Maybe you have like one staff, you do 9 to 5, and then you come back to your business 5 to 9, or how do you people say it? And then you have, you are currently breaking even, you are moving towards it. And then you understand sales, expenses, profits, loss, basic stuff about, your bookkeeping. So you are under survival. And then you understand what profiting and pricing, you know how to price your product. You are doing well, you are moving forward. So the next category is the success category. So you are established and you have a proper, sustainable operating procedure. It's not like your customer will call you by 12 a.m. and you will take the order. Then the second one, you have a consistent customer base, right? Where you have people that come back to buy, like Sarah said. So it's not like you're looking out for new customers. Of course, we're looking out for new customers, but you're not looking out for new customers every day without paying attention to your old customers. Then you have an existing structure. What time do you open? Do you have closing hours? What is your procedure for making, if you're a tailor, how do you make your product? How long does it take to make a product? And then you have appetite for risk. Okay, now I've sold in Lagos. Can I try and sell to Port Harcourt? Can I try and sell to Abuja? Can I open another store? Now you're thinking big girls and big boy things, like they say. And then the next one, your margin is in a consistently healthy place. And I think this is where a lot of Nigerian businesses fail. They're just doing how will I put it? Everybody is just selling without making profit. And I say this from experience for a lot of business that I've done like basic, simple auditing for. So if your margin is in a consistently healthy place, let's say you have 2 staff and the profit you are making is enough to pay salary, care for your operational costs for like the next, month that you're opening and, getting new staff. And then you have additional team members. You are growing from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 100. And then you have an automation process. Do people have to call you at 12 a.m.? I keep saying this 12 a.m. because they've done it to me before. Do people have to call you at 12 a.m. to order a product? Can they just order from your website? Or how do you automate your responses? For example, if I send a message to Sarah Kazim, I get like an automated response. Somebody's responding to me, even if it's 2 a.m. So do you have all those kind of structures in place? There's so many other characteristics, but because of time, this is not like the bone of, contention today. And then we have the takeoff. The takeoff, now you're thinking about investments. You're thinking about investors. You are balanced enough to take people's money and not run away. Then the second one, you are very heavy on operations. You know that your customer and you know that this is your operational strategy. This is how you do your thing. This is a time frame for delivery. And then you have a lot of orders coming in from new customers from different angles. Then the third one is you have a sustainable structure. Not that you open your shop today, you don't come tomorrow. You come on Wednesday, you say you're not feeling fine on Friday. Then the next one is expansion. Now you're thinking of having branches in Abuja, in Lagos, in the UK, in the US. You're thinking of having stockists, right? Then we have automation, like I mentioned, and then existing structure and staff members. You cannot be in takeoff and be the only one. You can't be the CEO, the content creator, everything. No, this is not the category for that. And then you have high appetite for risk. So I'll not touch on the last one because that one is like maturity stage, the big business owners. And I think everybody here has the potential to get to that level, but I'm not going to touch on it because of time. So how do you start? Let me assume that you are starting out a business right now. You don't have any business you are doing. Here are the things you need to define. How do I want to start? Why do I feel like the why is even more important? That's the first one. Why do you want to start? How do you want to start? When do you want to start? And, what do you want to sell? Right. So I'll go through this very quickly. Bullet points. Think about what you want. So you want to start selling, let me say books. So what kind of books do you want to sell? What kind of books not just you want to sell, what kind of books do people read? Right, in your geographical region. Refine your idea. Now you've thought about books, you're so fascinated. Sometimes it's because you actually like books, but the kind of books you like to read is not the kind of books your customers like to read or the people who you want to sell to like to read. So sit down, refine your idea. And one of the ways to refine your idea is to think about the reason why you want to start doing this thing and then doing a market research. And I do this a lot. When I started my business, my t-shirt business, one of the first things I did was to search for people who were doing it internationally. I didn't even stay in Nigeria. I just carried my bag on Instagram, I started searching for business owners who were doing the same thing, who had the same, growth plan or something similar to what I want to do, or they're currently in the same space where I am, or they've gone ahead of me. So I was following business owners like from Australia, from Austin, from US, a lot of them. And then you hear stories like, oh, I started from my mother's bedroom, and they're actually not lying. They have evidence to show, like pictures and videos. And now I have this big warehouse, I have this one. So I followed people like that, checked how they were doing some of their things, and I made sure that I did not copy them. Although I copied some of the things they were doing. Oh, how do they create content? So I did my market. Another market research that I did was, okay, this is my primary target audience. So what do they like? Who are they? So I created a persona for them. It was define who my buyer was and who are they typically. And when you can define who your buyer is, you are able to define where your buyers are. So Gucci, you don't see Gucci in, I don't want to mention the location, but you don't see Gucci in some places, even in some countries. And that's because their buyer is not there, or the people that will buy consistently are not in those places. So you will not even see me like taking on some particular job, because that is not the kind of people I'm looking at to buy things from me, right? So automatically, doing that market research gave me an insight into the kind of people that will buy from me: Gen Zs, millennials, business owners, believers, and even non-believers that just want to like print stuff on their t-shirts. But my main customers, as at that time, was people who just like, people who were going to church, people who were really young, they love catchy phrases and things like that. So I defined my audience and I knew where to get them. So when I was creating ads, I was targeting churches. I was targeting their interest, or what do they like? Faith, this one, songs, all those kind of things. Because I did that market research, it positioned me properly to launch, right? And again, clarify your target customers. I said that. Determine how to sell. So how do you want to sell your products? Do you want, immediately you launch, do you want people to go to a website? Do you want to use Instagram? Do you want to use WhatsApp? I don't like WhatsApp. And that's because I feel like people don't have boundaries. People will call you at 12. They'll call you at 11 p.m. Even when you're nursing your baby or something, they will just call you out of the blues. That is the only reason why I don't like WhatsApp. But just like Sarah said, after checking that your customers really like to order on WhatsApp, you have to create that avenue, and they probably get a business phone that will cater to that need, right? So determine how you want to sell, what platform you want to sell, and get a realistic business plan. I'll give you a typical scenario of what a lot of people will do. So they find somebody like Sarah Kazim on Instagram, and they go, oh, wow, she's selling nice clothes. So maybe I'll start doing what Sarah Kazim is doing, which is not bad because everybody bounces off idea in different places. But when the problem comes is that you don't know the internal process of how Sarah Kazim operates. You don't know the decision that got Sarah Kazim to make what you want to go and make. But you stand and say, okay, I have 50K. If I do content and I dance in front of the video, I'm going to get clients. But that is not what is driving the sales, right? So you need to get a realistic business plan. How much do I need to start off? How am I going to launch? What's my launch plan like? And who are the people I need to reach out to? So when I was launching my business, one of the things I did was I made free items for certain people that I know that they were like nano influencers, but they were also my friends and they were not going to collect money. So I gave them like t-shirts, like 5 of them, and they wore it. And I saw that people were also buying. I wanted to create that, okay, we are now here kind of vibe, even though I didn't have a lot of budget. But if this was not in my business plan before, I would not be able to do all of that. Then the next one is get a simple business name. I think one of the things that is also very important is getting a business name that is not hard. If I want to buy something from Guest Store now, I can never forget Guest Store name. It's as simple as ABC. Sarah Kazim is as simple as ABC. Light and Curtains is as simple as ABC. Please, who are you? Emporium, the champion, the lion is here, enterprise. It does not work for remaining top of mind. Look at the big brands, Nike, as short as possible. Name them, everybody, as short as possible. If your name is not containing that shit you are going to fill for business name, you should not be using it, to be honest. And in the end, you think it is just a name. Sholakbe and Brothers and Cousins Enterprises. You would think it's just a name till you decide to go global, and then your UK customer does not know what Sholakbe is. Do you get? So all these things are funny, but these are things you need to put into place when you're registering your business name. Also, let your name not be too far away from what you're selling. I'm not saying go and say Sholakbe Hairs, right? But don't take a name that sounds like a tech company when you're not a tech company. I don't know if that makes sense. Or even if you choose a name, make sure that you consistently put your brand out there so that people can get, acquainted to what that brand name means, right? Normally, if you think of Nike, before Nike would have launched, you wouldn't think of shoes. But because Nike has built a brand and consistent marketing, anytime you think about them, you think shoes, right? So if you're going to have a name, at least make sure that it is not too long and something that people can remember and is very memorable. And the next one is register. I put optional here, but it is not optional. And I will give you a very good example. So there was a job we did for a corporate body. It was probably one of the huge jobs I've done in the past few years. I mean, in the last 1 year. And the first thing they asked me for is, please send me your company profile, send me your registered or more. I had it, but I just imagined that they needed to send in that proposal that day. And I did not have business registration. I did not have company profile. Immediately, like the company profile I had did not even fit in what they wanted. So I went to Canva, immediately went to Google search, company profile samples. I did this and I modified it into what Light and Curtains would offer them. And this is what I always say, you have to know how to think on the spot. So prepare yourself. Don't see yourself as a small business. So imagine that somebody walks in from a big corporation, wants to make 1,000 t-shirts, but we can't make it from you because you are not registered. Oh, show me your previous customers. Oh, give me your documents. Do you have a tax identification number? Because we have to tax you. And then you look like this. There's nothing you can show. And this thing would have just cost you probably like 18K or 20K. But because you are seeing yourself as I'm just doing buying and selling, you did not think that, I need to do something as basic but as important as that. Then have an entry and launch plan. Don't just wake up and then crop the face of the brands that you've got to check out and put it on your page. That is not a launch plan, right? What is a launch plan? Oh, how am I going to tell people that I have come? Are you releasing? Most things that a lot of people do is to release their logos, release their brand images and things like that, which is really cool, but some people also go as far as getting influencers, their friends to make videos. Decide what you want, but make sure you're not just winging it. Have an entry and launch plan. And please determine your profitability. I don't even know how best to say this. So let me give you a very good example. If, let's say you want to sell this pen and you bought it, or you're thinking, okay, this pen, you've done your market research, it costs 1,000 naira. And then you now say, okay, I will sell it for 1,1. That is not profitable because you've not added your timing to be creating content inside that profit. You've not added your transportation. So you just adding a few numbers to your price is not profitability. So sit down, make sure whatever margin you want to add, I'm still going to get there, is sustainable enough to at least maintain you for your launch period till you think about other products or other things that you want to do to buffer up your price. I'm going to just stop there for this one. And I'll go to the next slide. So quick exercise. If I'm starting a t-shirt printing business, what should I do? Let's say, I spelled this name wrongly. Let's say this is Agnes. I'll just take from one person and I'll just raise up your hand and I'll just pick you. If you are Agnes and you are starting a t-shirt business, what would you do? So any hand that I see raised up, I'm going to just call the person. Okay. So I don't know if I pronounce your name well, but yeah, let me unmute you. I think you can unmute yourself. Great. You have the floor. You can speak now.
Okay. Hi, Temi. Good evening. So first of all, and yes, you got the name right. Yes. So first of all, if I'm Agnes, I will look at my money. If I do not have enough money to start, if I don't have enough money to buy my own machine, I will maybe go to UTC or find someone that already prints and say, okay, how about you help me print my shirts? I pay the person, and then in my business, the price that my shirts will be going for is inclusive of that person's price and my profit. Do that over time, and then I can now grow into getting my own machine when I have enough money.
You are too smart. It is a lot. Honestly, that was what I did. And I will tell you why I did that. Number one, I didn't have money to buy machines. Like, do you get the machines for printing go as high as, from like 100 and something K. That's even for just pressing, not the actual printing, to like 200K. And if you want to go high and high, you'll be running in millions. And even if I had the money, I don't think it was smart for me to get those machines, because first of all, I didn't know how to operate them. Second of all, what is the cost maintenance? It's not just getting the machine. Thirdly, the meter I'm using in my house, if I plug this machine, will I lose all my my meter card just because I want to print one person's t-shirt? So I had a lot of all those questions. And I see that when I have consultation sessions with business owners, they're like, okay, where did you get this machine? And I'm like, that is not the first thing you should be thinking of, right? You can outsource, which I think is even easier at your starting stage. If you have a product that somebody else's make and you don't have the time, the operational capacity, there's no need. Because in the end, you spend so much money, right? Than actually just going to the person that will do the printing, get your t-shirt and just sell it. And that one also give you like a consistent profit margin. You know that, okay, they're printing this shirt for me for like 200 naira. And once I just add my own profit, I know this is what I have. So you need to, think in that direction. I'm sorry I will not be able to take one more person, so I can run very, very quickly. I'm still very much on time. So how do you get and retain customers? Because all this English we're speaking, you need to get customers. You need people to buy your products. I also created like a, bullet points, and I'll run through each of them. Create a strong onboarding process. So let's say the first person reach out to you and they say, I want to buy t-shirts. I'll give you a typical scenario of what happens at Lights and Curtains. So if you send us a DM and you say, oh, you want to buy t-shirts and stuff. Oh, my own SOP that I give to my staff is to greet and say, hello, good afternoon. My name is Temi. How can I serve you today? That is what I told them. I don't know what they are doing right now, but that's what is in the SOP. And when you respond that way, it kind of give you a welcoming atmosphere. Like, okay, hi, Christy. The next thing you see is the person is responding. Hi, Temi. Hi, Christy. Because there's a name to the brand now. You know who is attending to you. And then we go ahead to say, what do you want? If you send pictures, we do a lot of all of those back and forth, right? So how is your onboarding process like if you are using, e.g., Instagram DM, which is like the quickest thing you would have used if you don't have a website? And if you have a website, what is the initial experience, the user experience your customers get when they go to your website? Do they have to search for where the cart is? Do they have to search for where their login details is? So what kind of website do you use? And I'm just happy that Sarah is here because Bumper is what we now use for like our statutory products that don't have variations. Then personalized customer experience. Every customer is different. What works for A cannot work for B. You have you have stressful customers and you have, non-stressful customers. Some customers will buy one thing and stress you. You still have to attend to them the way you would have attended to anybody buying 10 products, right? And I also think that this is from the perspective of me going somewhere, trying to buy something and attending to me just because I want to buy one bottle water. But I come back, I say I want to buy 100 pieces of bottle water, and you attend to me differently because I have more money to give you. So what is your personalized customer experience? How do you speak to your customer? If they're in the UK, if they're in the US, or anybody, coming to you to come and buy, what is the kind of language you use for your customers? Do you say hi dear? Do you say hello darling? And all of those things. So I'm not saying go and say it because it's not even nice, So you need to decide the way you want to speak to your customers, right? And the third one is build trust. I cannot overemphasize this. The moment you launch your brand, you're sending a message to people. Oh, this is a brand you can trust. And one of the best ways to do that is to also, I see a lot of people do it where they bring in their own personal branding into their business. And I don't think it's bad. I know Sarah, and that was how I got to know Sarah Kazim. If I don't know Sarah, I will not know Sarah Kazim. And for Sarah Kazim, which is the brand, I know, like, I buy from her because I really like her, number one. And I love how jovial, how happy, how energetic she is, because that's my vibe. And it will shock you that people are buying from you because of your vibe. It happens, right? So you cannot say, I'm going to be faceless. See, you're not Wizkid. You can't be faceless. You can't just be posting one time and just go. You need to bring in your personal aura into your business, and it helps, right? So even with big brands, there's a brand persona that they have. How do you feel when you shop from Gucci? Even if it's not the founder of Gucci that is attending to you, they give you excellent customer service. They make you feel very exclusive. They make you feel as if you have one exclusive person. You're not shopping from the rest, you're shopping from the best. So there's a way you should allow your customers feel when they buy from you, and that starts from your launch stage. The fourth one, implement a customer feedback loop. And I think this is one of the things I'm really grateful for my business. Let your customers feel safe giving you feedback. I got something from a brand recently in Nigeria. I support a lot of Nigerian brands. If you know me, you know this well. And that item was worth, I'm going to say the figure, was worth like 80,000 naira. And it was about 2 items, like 2 pieces. When they delivered it, the person I bought it from, you needed to see the look. Like, the person was so sad at the way they even packed it, the way they delivered it, the quality of the clothes. I've never felt bad that way. And then I went back to say, oh, this is it. And the only thing they just told me is, oh, I should have checked the size guide. They are sorry. But I wouldn't do that because 80K is a lot of money in this economy. You guys understand? So the next question I'll probably ask is, oh, how can I make it up to you? Do you get a discount on your next purchase? Oh, is there anything we can do? Can you return it back? Can we adjust it? You might not make profit, but you've retained a customer. You've retained a potential customer, right? So maintain a constant communication calendar. And when you start your business, make sure that you're not just telling them to come and buy and buy and buy. How are you communicating with your customers? If they tag you, do you just repost it and not say anything? Do you tell them, oh, this looks so beautiful on you? Or do you tell them, oh, this is so nice, you look amazing? Do you respond to them, or you just collect their review and post? So you need to maintain a constant communication calendar, and also like reach out to your customers via email, let them know what's up. It's not every time you should be selling to them. Start a customer education program. So you are selling dress that has corsets. You don't, till now, I don't know how to tie corsets because nobody has taught me how to tie corsets, including all the brands I bought it from. I only actually have 2. So this is a gap. So if you educate your customers, they are buying products from you, this is how to use the product. If you are selling flashcards, this is how to use the flashcards. Also, offer unique services. So everybody might be selling the same thing, but there are 2 things you get when you shop from my brand. You'll be happy. And if you're not happy, I will do my best to make you happy. Even if it's coming to work on Saturday to come and make you happy, I will try my best. So I want my customers to feel very happy. I want them to feel relaxed. So everybody is selling t-shirts, but one thing that makes Light and Cotton stand out, we're a very colorful brand. We have literally all the colors you can think of, except for a few. And then we're a very happy brand. We love to show that we are happy, we are joyful. So you need to also, your unique service doesn't necessarily have to be your product, because there might be a lot of people selling that product. It could be what you offer your customers beyond your product. And the next one, please be empathetic. If somebody come and complain, don't tell them that they're the ones that chose the wrong size. Sometimes it's actually my customers that chose the wrong size after sending them size guide. But be empathetic. They've spent money. Oh, I'm so sorry you chose the wrong size. Is there anything we can do to make this up? Oh, we can find a buyer for this if it's not a custom-made item, and then we make another one for you. Try to provide solution. Don't just say sorry and go. It's not done. And again, communicate effectively. So if your customer says, oh, I want to buy this one, and you don't have that particular item on ground, instead of just ghosting your clients, because people do it a lot, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what is going on? Don't ghost them. Communicate. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't think we can deliver this on time. Oh, we went to the market. We could not find this shade. No, that I will order burnt orange and you will deliver light orange to me. And you say, I will like it. I don't like it. I don't want to collect it. Right? Because these things happen a lot. And we think, oh yeah, they will just take it that way. So communicate effectively and create a safe space for your customers. The next one is ask for referrals. So if you have a friend that works in a company, guy, let me tell your company people, I do shirt or I do t-shirts, and I want you to help me tell them that I can give them the best. Open your mouth and talk. They said a closed mouth is a closed destiny. It's not a lie. because you don't know where your next client is coming from. And I can tell you for free, even the biggest products I've handled were not even from Instagram. They were from people who said, oh, Timmy was doing something. And it was because I spoke somewhere and I said, oh, I made this t-shirt. And they're like, oh, you can make for our company. And I did hundreds of t-shirts for them. So you need to also network, offer discounts and incentive for new customers only. So I know that there is a particular brand that I follow that if you go there to order on their website, they'll tell you we have 10% off for new customers. Me, I'll quickly put my email, but I know they're harvesting my data, but I don't mind anything for the discounts, So offer discounts, but make sure you're not doing sales every month. You do Christmas sales, you do Easter sales, you do this one sales, to the point that you do the sales, they don't even know when you're not actually doing sales. Right? So don't build a customer base that thrive on discounts and sales. Build a customer base that love your brand, that want to patronize you regardless of how much you're selling, what you're selling. Offer your value and stop telling them that they can get it cheaper with you, right? It works for some brands like FMCGs and a lot of that. But if you're selling a quality product, there's no need to bring down your price just to satisfy customers that might even not return to you, right? So the next one is recontact old customers. We have a very high retention rate with my brand. People that have gone to buy before, like that they bought last year, they're coming back to buy again, right? So don't be looking for new things when you've not even served the old ones. And those old ones are your billboard, because that's the person that will tell you, I got this thing from this brand. I think you should go and buy it, right? Partner with complementary businesses. So e.g., we have Light and Cotton Store, we sell t-shirts, we sell caps. But I know that when people work in, especially families, they want to get something for their kids. They want to get something like, maybe if their friend is doing birthday, they want to get, like a package for them. But they don't just want t-shirts. Oh, do they want books? Do they want journals? So you can think of businesses that you can, collaborate with, so that you offer a round service. And when people walk into your store, this is very specific for walk-in stores, because if you operate from your house, I don't see any reason why you want to be stocking up things and just filling up space. But if you have a store or a shop, this is a very, very good idea. And then promote your expertise. Use online reviews to your advantage. And this promote your expertise is super important. Tell us why you're the best person we should buy from. And the major reason why I don't even like to buy from a lot of fashion businesses online is because a lot of them don't even know the business of fashion. Or they might know the business of selling on Instagram, but they don't know the basic details of hemming, stitch. If there's a tailor here, you guys know what I'm talking about. They don't know the details of, if I put this thing like this, the thread is not supposed to be coming out. So I don't really like to buy from people like that, because you don't know how to do your quality assurance. You don't know how to check for details. All you know is to just collect the money and then deliver, and then you go outsource. I don't have any issue with outsourcing, but make sure that you are well knowledgeable about the brand. About the brand you are launching or the product you are selling. Super, super important. I'll go to the next thing now. I hope you guys are getting one or two things. So how do you market for a growing business? I don't like to use the word small business, although in the real term, people say small business enterprises and things like that. But I believe that everybody is growing. Everybody that is big now started one way or the other. So it's also a mindset thing that makes you understand that you are growing and you're not just a static small business owner. So how do you market for a growing business? Number one, know your audience. So when you know your audience, there are certain words you use, right? There are certain videos you post. There are certain things you don't say, right? And when you know your audience, you know what to sell to them. You know how they buy. You know their buying pattern. E.g., if I say half of the people that buy from my brand actually live in the UK, I'm just praying for money to go and open store in the UK. And I got that from data harvesting and all of those things. So knowing that, okay, my UK clients, what would they like? Okay, I'll sell to them the normal amount I sell to Nigerians. I'll just look for someone that can do a faster shipping, lesser shipping price for them. So because I know them and I know how they want to spend, I know what to go and look out for when I'm producing their items. Emphasize your value proposition. Don't come and tell people that they will get it cheaper. You will never hear me say it, because it is not a value proposition for me. It could be for every other brand. But I will tell you, if you buy this t-shirt you wear for 2 years, I am not capping. I am not making mouth. It's because I've worn it for 2 years and nothing has happened. Except you go and soak it or bleach it. It's not going to happen. So emphasize your value proposition. Oh, when you wear this dress, you feel super beautiful. Don't tell us that you are the one selling it for 12K on the Instagram streets. That's not value proposition. Stay focused on singular goals and objective. And I think I want to break tables here a bit. Sorry. So I've seen there was a trend I noticed with, and I'm going to use my own business ecosystem, where somebody launches something and the next day you're seeing another person launch it, which is not even a bad thing because God gives ideas to different people. But you can tell the person that took time to nurture that idea before launching, and the person that just said, okay, I see somebody launching something, bam, let me go and launch it. Right? So you need to stay focused because it's super important that it allows you not to drift away from the original purpose of your brand. You can grow, but make sure that what you are doing it not because somebody else is doing it, but because it is actually working for you. Right? So double down on what works. So I've seen that there were some designs I created last 2 years, like Dream God Can Fund It, Woman of God Shaking Things Up, Temi plus God equals to Dreams. Today, we still printed like 10 of those pieces. And I saw that these were the, inscriptions that were moving really quick. I kept pushing it in the face of people. I kept running ads with it. So you've seen that this is what has worked. Double down on it. Even with delivery, I've seen that my clients, they will not allow me to sleep. They'll tell me, you tell them 3 working days, they'll come back. Come and say, today is second working day, I can't find my item. So do you know what I did? I increased the timeline to 3 to 5 working days because everybody needs peace of mind to be able to serve each other. So double down on what works. And the moment I realized that thing was working with delivery, I just continued with it. And I advise anybody doing business to just continue with it. But the other thing I did was to create options. So if you want next day, there's an extra price, but this is what the guarantee this is what the guarantee looks like. So if you've seen that this product is selling or more, push it. Don't say, oh, I have other products in stock. Like we sell caps, but our caps doesn't move as fast as our shirts. But then I'll say because it's not moving, I'll just dump shirt and keep advertising cap. So double down on what works and then grow your other product that way. And then understand the power of existing customers. I've said this before. Use free promotional tools, Instagram, Twitter. I feel like that platform has helped a lot of business owners. You can just post something, it goes viral. Of course, you can't rely on viral, but like it's a platform that you don't have to pay anything except you are running ads. So create a website to own your online presence. I always think to myself, one day, if Zuckerberg and all of them say they are not more doing just the way Elon Musk is moving now, what is going to happen to me and my customers? So you need to create a website to get data, create a website to connect with your customers, and you also need to promote yourself online. So growing and structuring, which is like the last part of, what I'm going to talk about before I bring in, not sure if Pastor David has landed or I bring in Sarah for the demo. So how do you grow and structure your business? I'm going to just give you a practical example of what I did at Light and Put. And I think is something that can also apply to any business owner. So how do you know that it's time for you to grow? Number one, you start to feel very uncomfortable. My own uncomfortability started from, I think it was last year, when somebody ordered something from me and then told the driver to come and pick up in my house. Number one, I'll never give my house address to anybody, but I only gave because I knew her. And then this man came, I gave my item to the man, and he hissed and drove off. I'm like, oh my goodness, what is going on? So at that point, I'm like, it's time to get a store. Nobody's ever picking up in my house again. Even if you know me or you're the president's daughter, I'm not going to give you my house address. So I started feeling uncomfortable. But it didn't mean that the moment I felt uncomfortable, I started, I went to go look for a store the next day. No, I planned ahead. So how much was going to get me a store in the heart of Abuja? How much product? How many t-shirts do I have to sell to make like 1 point something M to rent a store? Because it goes as high as that in Abuja. In fact, more than that. So I started planning, okay, I need to sell this amount of shirts. And I'm not saying revenue, I'm saying profit. So if my profit is 1K, guys, how many t-shirts must I sell to make 1 million naira? I have to sell like 1,000 t-shirts. So I said, okay, are there other skills that I have that can fetch me money? So I said, I'll get 50% of that money from my brand, my lights and curtains business, and then I'll get the rest of the 50%, maybe from hosting a course or just doing a particular one-off project. And that was how I got the money. But it didn't happen because I thought I wanted to get a store. I planned properly, right? I made sure that I did my planning. I did my cost projection. And beyond just the rent, what are the things I wanted to use? So I reached out to my friend. Oh, can you do this for me? And she did it for me. She said, okay, this is what you can use without spending a lot of money. So you need to think, not just think, you need to write down the figures. As a business owner, you cannot be shy of money. You cannot be shy of bookkeeping. So by the time I moved to the UK for my master's, I realized that the business was doing like this. The person I put in charge was doing deliveries behind my back, poaching my customers. So I took a 2 weeks break and I hired somebody. In a normal setting, you should not even hire at that stage. But I knew that what was more important, me keeping my profits or me expanding my business. So I had that decision to make. And that is where growth comes in. Knowing that you need to see beyond the current situation of your life, of yourself. So I said, okay, I can just remove these profits. Okay, even if I will not earn anything for the next 5 months, let me just get somebody for the sake of stability till I'm back. And that was what I did. The moment I got back, I created a structure. I did SOP. So what is SOP? And these are some of the things I will share in the bonus item. SOP is a standard operating procedure. So for everybody that I hire, I send a document to them. If a customer says hi to you, this is the way you respond. If they say, can I get a discount on delivery? Don't tell them, no, ma, we don't do free discount on delivery. That's not the way to respond. I put it there. So there will be nobody to give me excuse when I'm not around that they treated a customer a particular way. So I have standard operating procedures. Oh, how do we make t-shirts? Oh, we take the order. We confirm. If you have ever ordered from us, there's something we do. When you send us a message and you've done all the back and forth, oh, I don't want this font. We now finally say, kindly please confirm your order. We list it out to you so that nobody is confused. So we have all of those standard operating procedures. And one of the things it does, it reduces mistake. It also creates templates for you that allows any other person who is not you to operate your business just like you. So for the past 6 months or 4 months now, I have not chatted customers except for maybe when I'm following up on order that have been delayed. But you feel like I'm probably the one chatting with you because I created a structure that works and also sounds a bit like me, right? So you need all of that. So I did SOPs. And before I discovered Bumper, I had an Excel sheet. Not sure if I want to project that, but if I find it before the call, I'm going to share, but which I'm going to also share like the template with you. So the Excel sheet, or a Google sheet rather, is like this. And then you have tables. And in the first table, the name of the clients, you know, what they want, where they're ordering from. And I was getting that data to know what we are selling, how much we were doing. So I realized that there was one time we sold like 15 a month. I said, no, this is not my plan. Right now we have a base of selling 200 t-shirts in a month. It might sound a lot to some people, but it's not a lot to me because I have salaries to pay. So we have the basic minimum of t-shirts we can sell in a month is 200. And the only reason why I was able to get that figure is because I was documenting. So by the time I count all the t-shirts we made, and it's not up to 200. Okay, what happened? Did we not post content? Oh, did you respond to this customer? What did we do better? Did Temi share it on our own personal page? Or what made people buy more? Or was it because we ran discounts, which we hardly do? Was it because we did this? Was it because we did this? So you need all of those data for insights. And that was even when I realized that half of my customers were out of the country. I'm like, my goodness. In fact, I think the Abuja buyers that I have are like 20%. The rest, Lagos. The rest, the UK. So now that I'm expanding, if I'm expanding, you think, okay, then you open another branch in Lagos. But if I decide to open another branch in the UK, it will not make sense to a layman or anybody on the Instagram street. They would think I'm flying too much. But I'm operating based on insight because I know if I enter that country and I open a store, I'm gonna be swimming in clients because now I'm closer to literally 60% of my customers. But you would not know because you are not in the back end of my Google Sheet. But if you don't have a Google Sheet, you can't tell. Another thing was to name the inscription. So I saw that we're selling a lot of this particular inscription. We're selling a lot of it. So you need to do all of those backend to structure. And again, I made sure that the person that I hired was imputing all those details on a week, in fact, two days basis. So that as you're selling, I'm checking in my house. Okay, she sold this one today. And then I go to the Instagram platform. I say, okay, what did you do today? I check all the DMs. So those are the ways you can create structure, create template documents that people can use, right? If you have Canva and you have team members, create templates for review so that all they have to do is input, remove. Knowing when to hire is when you have a lot of demand. The first one I said is when you already feel uncomfortable. The second was I was getting a lot of demand and my house was getting full. And I said, you know what, this is actually the right time to go and get a store. So I didn't get a store to feel good, right? So all of those things were informing my decision. So that's on growing and structuring, at least for a growing business. Very, very important. And one of the things we also put in structure, you can't buy something and say you're traveling tomorrow. It doesn't work in lighter curtains. If you're traveling tomorrow, honestly, you can walk into the store. But we're in Abuja, there's no way, even if I have private jet, I want to get that into you the next morning, except I see a miraculous person carrying any item to Lagos. So you need to create realistic expectations for your clients. And that's part of structuring. So most of our clients will not text us back except the days has elapsed. So you have a life. Your business is not your life. So create structures that allow you breathe. Don't be responding to DMs at 1 a.m. If you will, create automated processes. You have a life. And I think it also sends a message to your customer that there's something you do beyond just running a business. And you need yourself to pump yourself back into the business to create structures that actually work, and then you can grow. So here are the tools that I use for my business. I use a Google Sheet. I'm going to share in the templates that I said I will share with everybody. But take note, in the next 2 days, you'll get it in your email. So don't text me tomorrow to ask for all of these things because I have to impute new things. So Google Sheet, I use Google Doc. All my SOPs are in Google Doc. And I think Google Platform is probably one of the best. Everything you need is there. Google Forms, Google Sheets, Google Doc. And I have standard operating procedures. I use Canva. I do all my designs on Canva except for a few that I outsource. And I've done them like since almost 1 year ago. We're just reusing them. And I use Pinterest for inspiration. And then Instagram, I follow like other people. And I also use Bumper. Like Bumper is just, I don't even know how to explain. Like I can see your address, see everything. And the fact that I can be on the move and I'm just using the app and everything is just going on well. I can see if order has been shipped, if it's been packed. It's just as simple. So if you have a product that is just one product, let's say you sell, what can I use as an example? Maybe you sell like different variations of the product. That's fine. Now we're just in my own business. We're trying to find our foot with our other types of product like t-shirts, because sometimes the customer want to put my life is blessed on the t-shirt and stuff like that. So we're still trying to find our way. But all our books, if you want to buy a book, we refer you to Bumper. If you want to buy a journal, we refer you to Bumper. Candles, flashcards, everything is on Bumper. And I'm able to know what sold for the month, what didn't sell. They will even call it check up on you. Like, I think that's the only brand that's called me to say, hello, we just want to say, how is the fuel scarcity going? We have you in mind. I'm like, you will send me money. But yeah, like it's been awesome. And I use Pinterest for like inspiration and stuff. I know we all have questions, a lot of it. So I'm thinking we can just take few Q&A and then few questions. You have to like raise up your hand and then I'll call you and then we'll have the demo session. And I know time is fast spent, but we can just quickly run through this. All right. Okay, Agnes is raising up her hand. I think I'll call her first. So you are now unmuted, so you can speak.
Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Temi. It's truly a very big opportunity. So my question is, how do you price international shipping, or how do you manage international shipping? Because what I want to do is to sell hair stuff that's like make hair oil or hair products, like product that would help hair grow. I'm a hairdresser, so I think that's going to like move for me because I have an experience in it. I've used it. My hair is good. So how do you do international shipping? Basically, that's what I want to know. And then the second one is, what is the best online platform to sell products on? Is it Etsy or Shopify? Like, what's the best platform to kind of put your product on? Thank you.
Great question. I think I'll start from the first one. So for international shipping, I don't handle shipping. right? Like we don't determine that. So I use a partner called Topship Africa, and they're the most reliable I've ever used in this country. So they did not pay me for this advert, but I'm recommending. And one good part is that they have an application where you can go there, check the price of the shipping based on, the number of kg. So right now, I think their UK delivery, I can't remember, is between 17,000 and something. And that's still the cheapest I've found, except there's somebody that knows someone that is cheaper. And even now they have a budget shipping thingy that they have on their page and their website. So you can do a budget shipping. Maybe it just takes more time. But see, they have an app, they have a website, and it just makes your life easier. They get to determine what the shipping cost is, and they are very reliable. There's tracking. So I recommend Topship Africa. You can check them out on Instagram, Topship. On your second question, so I've been there, Shopify, and I'll say that if I don't even know how to put it. If you are in Nigeria, I think you should just go ahead and use platforms like Bumper. And I say this from experience. If you are just starting out your business, I don't think you should be thinking of Shopify. And I'm going to say this because you have payments to make every month, and it's not small payments, it's even in dollars, right? You need somebody to build it for you if you don't know how to build. So you need to ask yourself these questions. Is this the right place for me to put my product? How does the shipping work? How do I need to set it up? And all of those questions. So for Etsy, I know Etsy very well, and I'm not sure if a lot of Nigerians sell on Etsy, but my only issue with Etsy, if you are in Nigeria, I keep putting that clause because that's very important. How do you manage?
I'm not in Nigeria. I'm not in Nigeria, and that's why I want to ask about the Topship you spoke about. Do they operate even if I'm not in Nigeria?
Okay,
they have a store?
Okay. What country are you in?
I'm in the US.
You're in the US. For international shipping, maybe you just text me. Since you said you're in the US, just text me, and then I'll ask some of the people that I know that they do shipping out, like small business owners, and I'll give you recommendations, right, for that. But for platforms, you can use Shopify. I'm not sure if Bumper works in the US. Sarah Kazin, you might want to help me with that. But you want to use something that is locally adapted to your location. So Shopify is great. Since you're earning in dollars, it's great for you. Etsy is great, but you need to check the pros and cons. And I heard Etsy they take a lot of your money. I don't know, but I've heard, and I've also searched when I was trying to sell stuff in the UK. But you need to check very well how much they charge, how many percentage of your money they take, what is the delivery process like, and what kind of products do you want to sell on Etsy. So if you sell hair care products, I think you should just probably use Shopify, because for Etsy, what I would go to Etsy for are digital products, very creative stuff, art and things like that. But if you're selling hair care products, I think you should just have your own website. It's just way, way easier for you. So I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. So someone else raised their hand. I'll take 5 more people, but I'll answer your question really, really fast. So Chidima Kalu, you have the floor.
Okay, hi. Thanks, Temi, for the session. Please, am I audible?
Very, very clear.
Okay, yeah. So I plan to start an Ankara book business that will be catering to corporate organizations. That will also be a gifting book business. So my question now is this. Most times when I go to the printer, he prefers to collect orders of 20 and above. So what if I have an order of just one in 2 weeks? Do I tell the person to wait till I get more orders, or do I just go ahead and print one? Because if I keep going ahead to print one, it's going to cost me more than when I print in large quantity. So that's my question, especially for someone who's just about to start up. So I don't know if you get my question, but I really want to know what's the best plan or best action to take in that kind of situation. Thank you.
Let me clarify. Is this a t-shirt business?
No, books. Designing Ankara books. Books with Ankara materials.
So if I were in your shoes, Chidima, I would create my product ahead of time. I know you might not have a lot of capital for that, but I would have products down and kind of set my business in a way that I already have what you need. I don't know if that makes sense. So for Ankara books, I don't think anybody will come and say, use this particular Ankara for me. Go to the market and get this Ankara. I know you are not the one designing it, but you can do it in a way where you already have it. Maybe you can buy 10 and then you dispatch from your own place. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay.
And for the days, I also think this thing with somebody order one in 2 weeks. It's very possible for people to buy more than one from you in 2 weeks. You just need to get your planning properly, setting your goals properly. And I think this also happens because people don't set goals. So every day, like we have this unspoken rule in my office that we must, as in a bad fast, as in there's no sales, we must sell at least 10 t-shirts, like very, very bad. Do you understand? So what that does is that it puts I'm not saying they should go to the road to go and look for customers. None of my staff members they've never done that. But it puts everybody in the mindset that, oh, when I'm creating content, okay, let me see the way I will create content to attract more customers. Oh, when I'm attending to customers, this is how I'm going to attend to them. Oh, today is Monday, I've not posted anything and I want to get 10 customers to buy my books. That's not going to be possible. It also puts you on your toes. So if you set a goal to sell 20 Ankara books in 2 weeks, it's very, very, very possible, right? So I think you also need to set a goal that will allow you to just be on your toes, to get more than one order. So don't assume, just set your goals and work towards it like properly, right? Because selling one book in 2 weeks is not the plan. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
The way to also manage that, honestly, I don't know the best way to manage one order in 2 weeks that you now have to like go to the person to make it and it's not sustainable and the profit will not be there for you. So I'd rather you even make it in bulk, like 10 to 20 pieces at least for a start, and then market those ones. When you get profit on it, pump the money back into making another set. Do that. Don't focus on profit yet. And then you'll be able to get yourself very, stable to be able to do custom made items. I hope that makes sense.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Great, you're welcome. All right, so I'll go to the next person. That's Emma, and then I'll go to Osareme and Faith.
Hi, Timmy. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Okay, so my question kind of bounces off of Chidima's own. So I started a holistic wellness brand in February, and I started off with stationery. So I launched a Bible study journal to cater to your spiritual health, to help you meditate better on your Bible study and get to know God more and just be spiritually rested, because everything starts from there. However, I outsourced the printing of those journals, and the person I outsourced it to, there was the minimum order quantity issue that Chidima raised, and the person ended up delaying the delivery of those journals for over 2 months. So my question is, do you have any, I know you also print journals, so do you have anyone that you would recommend that is reliable that I can, because that has been I pretty much abandoned the business for the past how many months because the thing kind of disoriented me. So do you have anyone you would recommend for that?
So I have somebody I can recommend, but I will not put my name on the line for the person. So you have to just send me a DM. You have to carefully deal with him. He delivers, because I know somebody that has worked for over and over again, but you have to keep hitting it. His only problem is attention to detail. So you have to be on his neck. But on delivery, he's going to deliver your items, right? And I want to hope he's not the person that did that to you. But yeah, just send me a DM after the call and then I'll share with you. I hope that's it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'll just go to Osareme. You can speak now, and then Faith, Surf. That's okay. We don't have lots of people then. Osareme, you can.
Hello, Timmy. Thanks for this session. My question is on pricing formula or strategy. I know that you and Sarah had talked about adding transportation and different things, but is there a formula that works for you? I'm into a crafts business, and that shows up in different ways. So whether it's crochet, whether it's scripture cards, and different items. But how do you is there a formula that you use for your pricing? A lot of the ones I see online are like people who are based abroad and not based on Naira.
Okay, great. So I think is Sarah on this call?
Yes, I am.
Yes. You want to answer that question?
Please, can you repeat the question?
So she's asking about pricing strategy, like how do you price your products?
Okay, so one of the formulas that I would just advise, especially for somebody who is starting, is whatever price, whatever your actual cost price is as a starter, always make sure that you're multiplying by 3.5. That's the standard that I use. When I say your actual cost price is, never forget to add the cost of market, the trip that you took. Maybe, for example, I'll give an example. I want to make a dress. So the dress, I bought the fabric, let's say 2,000 Naira, the threads, I bought the buttons, everything. You know, that it's easier for us as business owners to forget the indirect cost, like data. You want to cost the data that you have spent for that month. Maybe your standard data is 20,000 Naira divided by the number of days. So you have to just make sure that you're dividing it in a way that it affects all the purchases that you'll be making in that month. So the cost for electricity, the cost for running your generator, the cost for so many other costs that you might not be able to outline right now. So the first thing you need to do is sit down and outline everything that you use for your business. And I mean everything. If you're even taking content, how much do you spend on whatever it is, content props, content, everything. It can even be as small as maybe content props when you divide it by the number of outfit that you're making in a month. Maybe it's 100 Naira, but that 100 Naira has to amount and go into the cost also. So when you have gotten the cost, I always say that you have to multiply by 3.5. I have a normal, like a strategy. I went for a class and but it's still very long. When you're starting out, if you don't have an accountant, if you don't have a tool that can help you price well, I always say that give or take in that 3.5%, it will always capture whatever it is that you need to keep your own business afloat, at least to the time being. Then another thing I'll just advise you is when you're running a business, always have yearly goals. So you can say, for example, when I cross 100 million Naira in sales, the next thing I need to do is actually get an accountant. I've crossed 100 million. Why are you still trying to account for your accounts? Do your accounting yourself? You will make a mistake, and it's not because you're foolish or you don't know what it is that you're doing. It gets to a level that you can even the cost of some things when you're still running in 7 figures might be small than when you're even running on 8 figures and 9 figures. So you're telling yourself, when I hit my goal of 250 million, now I don't even need an accountant only. I need an accountant and maybe somebody who can audit the account that the accountant has done. Because so when we set these kind of goals, it helps you tell yourself that, when I make 1 million or till 10 million, I will be costing and times 3.5, not 3.5%. So if your cost price was this, for example, 5,000 times 3, you can say that's times 3.5, that's 15 plus 1, that's 18.5. So you can just wrap it up to 20,000 Naira. I'm just giving an example and the thing that works for me. Some people will say as high as 5 multiplied by 5. But when you're starting out, you still also want to be, although you're not using price as a competitor, you still want to also compete on price because you're starting out. You're not a Gucci, you're not a Zara yet. When you've solidified yourself and your brand, then you can go there. So when you set those goals, it helps you know that, you're going into bigger goals. And it means that you now need expertise and more hands on your business. So I hope that was able to answer that question.
Yes, thank you very much, Sarah. But just as an offshoot of what you just said, I get the 3.5 in starting out. But does this include, please just confirm if it also covers something like your timing in the event that you're sewing or you're making something.
Exactly. So please, yes. I've seen business owners. That's why if you notice that I put all of the costs, like when you're that first cost before you even multiply by 3.5 must add all your direct and indirect costs. So that 3.5, one of those 3.5 should now be your own timing. Then the other 2.5 is actually for the business. So I don't know if you get it. So, I said, for example, the cost price of a fabric, let's say 2,000 or 5,000 Naira. The transportation to the market, electricity bill, what do you call it? Internet bill, every indirect and indirect cost must be on the actual price before you even multiply. So you're not saying, it's only the cost for fabric and direct costs, forgetting the indirect costs like rent, every other thing that you're using to make sure that's whatever it is that you're making is available. So your direct indirect cost must be on the actual price, and that 3.5 will definitely be covering for your own time. So people might even say, oh, in that actual price 40 times 3.5, you can add your timing, your skill, how long it took, everything that you needed to become who you are today. But I'll just say to just make it more expensive, particularly when you're starting out. But the beautiful thing also about goals is that you're not telling yourself that, okay, now that I'm starting out, let me still do 3.5 without my timing. Then in the next 6 months or next 1 year, you will now do a price review to say, oh, I started out now, I've really built a strong market and customer base. My product is great. We already have a strong standing in the market. Let's review our price. You can even outsource it to maybe somebody who's an accountant. And one thing I want to advise us as business owners is I've seen us, we have, for lack of better words, we are so used to our friends that sometimes we take them and their skill for granted. You have a friend who graduated as an accountant and you were struggling with your accounting. Why can't you reach out to the person to assist you in even doing your pricing? You have a friend who studied mass communication. Why can't you reach out to them to create like a branding or marketing plan, all of those things for you? So I've seen us as business owners, we're always looking for the next thing, that we forget that the things that we're always looking for sometimes are within and around us. So yeah, so you can just start with that and give yourself room to grow and also set goals for the next quarter and year.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
Very comprehensive. This is actually the second time I'm hearing about this, so multiplication by decimals. Some people just use like profit margin. And I also want to say that it's a growth thing. You know, You would not be thinking, I know brands that mark up 100 and something percentage, especially luxurious brands, right? And maybe because I did my master's, I kind of had an idea where some of these brands actually make their items. And looking at how much they sell those items, I'm like, oh my, this is probably like 300% in markup. And the reason why they can do it is because they built a solidified name that transcends beyond their price. If I try it, you will not come to Light and Cotton. At least not now. Maybe you can come and I'm fully established and have, maybe help this country to open more branches. But you need to be also realistic with yourself. But I would say as a growing business, if you're just starting out, at least make sure your profit is something that keeps you afloat. There's no reason on earth you make t-shirt for 3,000 and you're selling for 3,500. There's no reason. And I'm telling you the truth. And this is because I'm like, okay, don't even pay yourself. Didn't you go and buy this t-shirt in the market? Did you not transport yourself? Did you not use data? Because now data is not even smiling. Did you not do every other thing? Did you not spend time and energy to be on TikTok, to post? So you need to factor in every single thing. I think one of the stage my business is right now is not a stage where I can just slam high profit margin. But I calculated what it would take me to comfortably, because one thing I told everybody working with me, I will not pay salary for my personal money. My personal money is for personal money. So the moment I start paying salary from personal money, I know that that was when I knew that, no, there needs to be a price modification, right? So if you are working from your house and you are charging 5K and you see me charging 7K, don't feel bad. I have staff to pay. So that's what, Sarah is trying to explain. The way Sarah will price her products is not the same way I will price my product. Sarah is probably employing more than, she has a big apartment where she's paying for light times 3 of what I would normally pay in my own store. So what works for person A is not what works for person B. But basically, I would just say, e.g., if I'm buying a t-shirt for 3K, like all my cost price is that 3K, I will sell that t-shirt nothing less than 5,000 naira. And this is me factoring in data, because you're a small business owner, you literally sleep online. You buy data, and by the time you are done in a month, you know that you spend like 20K. So where do you factor in all those money? And I think the problem also starts from you're not documenting. So from month 1, do an analysis of what it took you to sell 20 products in month 1. Add every single thing down to bottled water you bought when you were going to buy the fabric. When you do the calculation and then you now tally it to the t-shirt you sold or the product you sold or the dress you sold, now do your plus and minus and see what you have left. You actually realize that you probably spent part of your money for that business. So you need to be very you need to like maths. I'm not saying be an accountant. And just like you said, your friends are with you. When I wanted to do the interior design of this piece, I called my friend. Like, I just told her, do this for me. And she whipped up something for me. And I'm super, super grateful. Now, she's even doing a very big job for Ziba Resort. I'm super, super proud of that. So you need to look around you. Don't go and be looking for auditing firm. Your friend that studied accounting, go and ask her to come and help you. Pay them something and just get going. So you need to like mathematics in order to like grow your business. Super, super important. I think I'll just go to the next person quickly, and then I've answered Emma, then Sue. I think I'll take 2 questions together. After Sue, Faith can speak, and then we'll take Foluke's question, and then I'll answer everything together very shortly. Please stay on call. Sue, you have the floor.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Temi. Thank you so much for this session. Sarah, thank you for your answer to the last question. It really opened my mind to a lot. So, Temi, I have 2 questions.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay. I can hear you.
Okay, I have 2 questions. The first one is, you said you use Bumper for like your journals and things that are specific. You don't have to change captions. So what would you recommend for like a brand that mostly works on like custom-based products? Then secondly, what advice will you give to someone that already has an existing online presence but wants to switch it up? Would you recommend that they clear the existing online presence, start again, or build on the existing presence? Thank you.
Okay, so I'll answer the second question. Sarah will quickly take the other one. I'll just, once I answer this question, I think I'll allow the other person to speak, just in case we have any more bumper questions, and then she can take it together. So for the second question, if you have an existing online presence, I think it's an addition to you. And I want to assume that maybe you're trying to rebrand, you're trying to like set a new face for your brand. You can just do a relaunch or reintroduce yourself. And when you are properly balanced and people now know you as that reintroduced person, or like, just skyrocketing what you already have, you can now decide what you want to do. Let me say, for example, on Instagram, if you're trying to rebrand, this is something I would typically do. I will not just go and delete all the things I have, because you also need track record for people who are just coming to know that you've been existing before, right? So I will take my time, relaunch, let people know, okay, this is my new brand, this is my new logo, this is what we now do now. Do a video, let people see you. Don't just do graphics design. Do a video explaining things, tell a story. Oh, now we're expanding. We're so excited to share this with you. You've been with us for the past 2 years, but now it's time to grow. Be empathetic, share. Do it like you are talking to a community or a friend. And then I will probably create a white, that's what people do, but like I think it works, like just a separation to know that it's a new dawn kind of vibe. So that's what I would say about if you're trying to like rebrand yourself or resurface yourself as a different kind of brand online. And for the bumper question, I will leave it out and take other questions, and Sarah will just take everything together if there are any other ones. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
So I'll take Faith, Foluke, Blossom, and Omi Fubara. I think that's all for tonight. Yeah. Okay, Faith, you have the floor, and then Foluke will go after you.
Okay. Good evening, Timmy. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for today's session. I have a couple of questions. So I also run a custom, like a t-shirt business where I customize mostly Christian pieces. But I've been having a little bit of issue with having a team, because I don't really have friends that, let's say, are based in Nigeria, or of people that are actually ready to actually help me. So usually I find it like very hard doing everything on my own, because I'm also a medical student. So I've been really struggling with how do I actually find people and build a team. Like, of course, like right now, I don't really have a lot of money to pay a salary, but I actually do need a team. And secondly, I wanted to ask about building your social media, because I'm really struggling building on Instagram, because even if I post a lot, I don't really see so much views. And as someone that doesn't really have a online presence before, and this is just me starting from scratch, I've been realizing that just 10% of, my followers actually see my posts. And sorry, my last question has to be with money because I'm having a big issue with that. I actually realized that I make profits from my business, but one problem I've realized is that because I don't have another source of income, and it seems like my needs are always more, so I always end up like spending most of my profits, to meet up with other like needs, like maybe food, accommodation, like things that are really pressing. So I don't, and since I'm in school, I can't really like get a part-time job right now that can, help me with that. So how do I like still make a profit while still, will I say, paying myself and not sink my business? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I'm going to answer those questions, and thanks so much for sharing. Those are like super practical because I've been in your shoes many times. So Foluke, you have the floor, and then Blossom, and then we have Omi, and that will be all. Foluke, Blossom, and Omi for Bara. So you have the floor. I want us to end this thing at.
Okay. All right. Good evening, Timmy. Thank you so much for the session. So my question, I think, is going to be for Sarah, and it's just really Timmy trying to find out how she manages, having a 9 to 5 and then running her own business. Like, how does she manage her time and how does she make it work? That's just basically my question. Thank you.
Great. Good question. Because me, if I be won't ask her more. Okay, we have Blossom and Omi, and then we'll direct all the Sarah questions to Sarah after that. So Blossom, you have the floor. Blossom, are you there?
Okay.
Okay, great. I can hear you.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I have like 2 or 3 questions, but before I ask, I want to just say my business, I run a laundry and dry cleaning outfit in Lagos. So it's not a product, it's a service. And I know majority of, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, and majority of the conversations have been around products, digital tools, digital products that can be shipped and all of that. But this is really contact-based, location actually based type of business. That's what I do. So with that background now, what I want to ask is maybe this for the number one thing, maybe this for Sarah. With the pricing that you've talked about, include the cost of everything, then at the least do times 3x to get like a good profit. So for my own type of business now, I would really love if you can like drill down a little. And what I mean is now, for example, we use chemicals, we use soap, we use bleach, we use starch, we use this remover, that remover, all of those many things, then including rent, light, data, diesel, and all of that stuff. So I mean, you've talked about it a bit, but with this type of material, soap, bleach, starch, I find it difficult because I can't. If you ask me, I can't tell you that how much soap is needed to dry clean one shirt. So I'm trying to get that granular to now impute it in my overall pricing. I've not found this so easy. And the thing now is that there are different clothes. So what I will do for shirts, maybe I can't do the same thing for suits. So I know that on a general basis, but how to get granular with the pricing on each item so that I'm not losing when it comes to the profit side. That's one. Then 2, I think this should be for Temi. I don't know if you're still going to do it, but I see that we are out of time. You've not really spoken so much on social media and content creation for businesses. So if you can just talk on that, and for once again, a contact location based type of business is we've tried some things, but it has not been the easiest. Even marketing on social media has not worked for us. It has not worked. So we're trying to see how we can get into there and see how we can be relevant and get more customers from social media. So those 2, pricing social media and content creation. Thank you.
Great. I'm really happy that you touched on service-based business. And I love that you use laundry as example because something happened today with laundry with me. So I'll start from that point. So I'll have Omi Fubara. I just wanted to ask, I know that we're 70 minutes out of time, but if you guys want me to take the social media and content creation thing really quick, like in 6 minutes, I can do so. If you'll be able to like wait, please let me know in the chat section if you want me to like go through that. So we have Omi Fubara, and then that will be the last question for the day before I just go ahead and answer some of the questions and give Sarah the floor to answer some questions. So, all right.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Ms. Temi. Good evening, Ms. Sarah. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yes.
All right. So, I have a lot of problems, but I'll just start and I'll try to make it short. All right. So this is not the first time that I've gotten an idea for a business. The ideas come very randomly, and somehow I feel like I have a very low adversity quotient because when I encounter a little bit of problem, I just, drop the business. And then I realize in like 2 months or 3 months, somebody that I know or somehow somebody is doing this business that it seems like God just gave me to do. Anyway, I don't want this particular one to be like the rest. So that's why I joined to that motivation and all that. So the business I want to start, and I'm going to start by God's grace, has to do with jewelry and inscriptions on jewelry. And I have done a little bit of research, like how to get it and everything. And I found a store on AliExpress. We've been talking since, I think, June. And it just seemed like the perfect store for what I want to do. Everything was just me very nice. Time to pay now. We have talked well. Time to pay. I've noticed that AliExpress has this issue with Naira payment and the rest. So I've gathered funds, like at least something that's an adequate amount of money to start a small business. But now, time to start, no way to pay. And I've gone out because of that. That just like, it pushed. I've been stressed out. I don't know what to do actually. So I've been doing a little bit of research how to pay since I don't have a dollar account and all of those things. So my question now is, how do I navigate this? Like, what do I do? Because this seems like something that is a make or break, but I don't want to also stop. And then since it's a business that has to do with customization, but not really, because I have there were a set of things that came when the idea for the business came, like a set of inscriptions that I feel I would have to start with, so before it becomes, oh, this is what I want on my own, this is what I want on my own. But I'm also scared that it's a business that some people will just buy once and then forget about, since it's not like food that is necessary every day. So how do I navigate this current problem, and how do I set up a structure that would help me get customers, retain them, and so on and so forth? Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I think I'll take your question about except somebody else has like a way to pay. I heard, and I'm currently in the process to get a Providus card, and Providus card works on such platforms and allows you to like pay. That's the one that I know, except Sarah Kazim will later chip in another option. But currently, I know of Providus. Providus cards work like, I think the Platinum works for, payments on AliExpress and stuff. Because I have friends who, they don't even do business. They just buy stuff and they use it. Also, I will help you ask somebody that just got something from them, like a huge, bulk of clothes. And she's quite close to me, so I'll ask her. So, but you have to send me a DM later to get that person's, recommendation. So, I would say that for your kind of business, I know somebody that does exactly what you want to do. I can't remember their name, but they do it and it's faith-based. But they are quite popular, and I wanted to order something from them. I think you can do it on a how would I put it? You can do it on a timeline ordering. So what I know that the person used to do before they started doing it in Nigeria is that they produce like in 2 weeks. So you have that window to order and then you get it after 2 weeks. And the person kept selling because, yeah, the person was keeping to their word. The business owner was keeping to her word, and then people were getting their orders. And then she was not just telling them what they want to buy, she was showing them what they want to buy. So you can order a few samples, wear it, get your friends to wear it, make really nice videos. There are ways to make jewelry videos. You can Google it and then make short form content. So for now, you can operate a timeline basis. Another thing I will also say, because a lot of Nigerian business owners, I know that we don't have a lot of locally sourced item, but I will give you one tip. In light and curtains, we currently do not import anything. And that's because the revenue I have now, that I had before, did not afford me opportunity to go and lock my money in any shipping company and then be waiting for the arrival after 3 weeks and 3 months, right? So I said, if I want to ship this thing from wherever I'm shipping it from, it will be lesser, but I will lose time. I will lose customers. But if I buy it in Nigeria, it will be, the price will be a little bit higher, but I retain my customers and I still get my profits. And I'm in a constant rolling basis of getting money into my account. So you need to choose your fight very well. If it's something that you think long-term, you can play long-term, this AliExpress might be your short-term goal. So for the next 3 months, I can order on AliExpress. And after that 3 months, can I actually get the machines that do it? And I can tell you for free that you can check the Black Sheep company. She makes her jewelries here in Nigeria. She might get the core materials from the abroad, but she makes a customization here in Nigeria. So you might want to check her out actually. And you might, form a partnership with her where she makes some of your products, and then all you have to do is create content and sell. And I know that there's another, the Kelly brand. I think that's their name, if I'm right. If you know them, please just correct me in the comment section. They also Kelly Praise brand. Yeah, that's their name. You can also check them out. And I think they make in Nigeria because they give me like 2 working days for that item. So you need to look locally to source your item before you think AliExpress. It might look cheaper, but you also have to be very careful of timeline and then retaining your customers. But you can make it a short-term goal. And after that 3 months, you just say, I'll get the materials to do it myself if you have the time. I hope that answers your question about the laundry person. And let me just say this. 2 days ago, I wanted to do laundry for my wedding dress. I searched Instagram. I saw laundry businesses, and some of them, the last time they posted was 5 days ago, 10 days ago. I did not even DM them because I'm like, hey, do you know how much this dress is? I should go and give somebody that's not posted in 5. If they run away with my money. Secondly, when I put laundry in Nigeria, just type it on Instagram. The pages that will flood you are pages flooded with graphics design. I want to see videos and pictures of you working. Even if your workspace is not nice, it's not looking good, make a makeshift, take a picture. And I'm saying this because I don't know your laundry business. But for me not to have found you, you're probably not doing the right thing well. And I'm glad that you also registered for this thing. So when I type laundry in Nigeria, all the people I was seeing, some of them have not posted in 5 months. The ones that are posting, they don't do wedding. The one I now finally found that I gave the dress to, I had to text her or text them, and then they were like, oh, we do wedding. But I'm like, you should have just put it somewhere in your bio or like in your FAQ, do you do wedding? This is the way I take feedback in my own company. So I still frequently ask questions. How long does your delivery take? Immediately, I'm doing a design, putting it in our FAQ so that you don't keep repeating those questions to me. So watch your hashtags, watch the kind of content you create. Today, if you think that you want to have a baby, the next thing you'll be seeing is advert of diapers, babies, twin, babies scattering the house. Because internet has even made it easier for every single person there's AI now. So what you are thinking, you've not even said it. You are just thinking that you want to buy bag. Just open it. As I'm speaking now, if I open Instagram, I'll see a bag advert. And the reason why I will see that person's adverts is either because they've invested in Instagram ads, or number 2, they've done content that looks like a bag, and then I can see the bag. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you have a laundry business, I wish I saw your page and I can do like a quick audit. Maybe if you send me the page on Instagram, I can tell you more personalized things that you can do. But I want to see video of you doing laundry for a t-shirt. I want you to see videos or pictures of you delivering a t-shirt or delivery man coming to come and take take, things from you from your store. So those are kind of, in fact, I want to see less of graphic design. If I see graphic design, it should probably be your price list or something. Do you understand? And again, for your kind of business, you can do package. There's a guy that I work with, and he charges me a particular amount to do my laundry every month. And it's a very, very good package. So even if I give him kaftano, so you can create that kind of package where you know that, okay, people are busy in Lagos. Somebody is earning 300K. They are able to let go of 30K for laundry. If I get 30K person, I get it in 20 places in a month. I'm expecting 600K flat from that month. Do you understand? So you need to start thinking, if you're a service-based person, you need to start thinking in packages. You need to put a structure around it. So don't wait till your customer bring one shirt. You create the products for them. I know it's a service, but you can create like cumulated products for them and say, okay, wash 6 t-shirts for 10, I'm just saying for 10,000 naira. Do you understand? Just the way people like, another person you can check out is Eden. Eden does a lot of all this kind of packaging, get somebody to clean your house for 20K for 1 month. And me as a consumer, I'm seeing 20K for 1 month. I'm like, to clean my house for 4 times in a month, that's not bad. But if you tell me we can clean your house, I'm like, I don't even know how much these people will collect. Will they bill me? But if you already think ahead for me, I'll clean your house 4 times for 20K. It's easier for me to say, I want this package A, I want this package B. So even if you're a service business, put your service into a package that makes it easy, especially for laundry, makes it easy for your clients to approach you, right? So for content, those are kind of content I want to be seeing on your page. You doing laundry, you showing me before and after, right? These people that I gave my wedding dress, now I'm calling them, I'm telling them there's bid on it. If one break, you people will pay. Before I say that thing, I should see it on your page that we carefully take care of your wedding dresses. Think ahead of your customers. You can't wait for them to come and buy from you before you start thinking ahead of them. I think that answers your question. And for the person that, talked about, you're pumping your profit into personal money. See, let me just tell you the truth. If you're really, business is a stage. So if the stage you are right now is sustaining yourself, sustenance, it's honestly fine, but don't remain there. So there was a time I was doing my business and profits. I go chop them. I'll go and buy something. It's not even buy. I had responsibilities back at home. I will send money to this one, send money to this one. So at a point when I knew that this business is what I want to do as a full-time, part-time, full-time thing, I started to create structure. If I sell 200 t-shirts, this is my profit for the month. I can only take 10% to attend to anybody's need out of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even me, I'm not saying you should start paying yourself salary now. Do you understand? So if the profit is just for you, it's okay, but make sure that at least you're not chopping your revenue with your profit. Pump it back. That's what I would say. And then make sure that you set goals. When I'm done with school, I'll open this business properly. I'll make sure you have goals so that you're not eating all your money. I hope that answers your question. So I'm not going to come and be doing all those things that people do and be lying. I'm not going to lie. It's okay for you to be at that level for now. But make sure you set goals for expansion. I hope that answers your question. And then you were talking about how to put custom-made items on bumper. Sarah is going to attend to that. And then you were talking about how to get a team. Maybe this is not the best time for you to get a team. Maybe what you need to do is to work with a network of other business owners. And e.g., people that booked my consultation session for t-shirt, I told them there's a lady in Lagos that if I have very deadly impromptu business like t-shirts to make, that's the person I reach out to and she does her job. That kind of person, you can reach out to that person. If you send me a message, I will send you her contact. Just you. I'll send you her contact. And she prints. She'll even print it for you. You can send your nylons to her or your packaging and have a profit sharing method. You take 10%, the 90% goes to me. And then have a delivery company. I can share my delivery company people with you. They're in Lagos. They're called Sendizi. And they are very reliable. And all they have to do is pick up the item from the person and then go and sell. So if you are very, very busy, I think you should just partner with, printers, people that are very reliable and they are very trustworthy. So I can give you the lady's contact. She's in Lagos anyways. So I think that answers your question. And when you need a team is when you are fully even balanced to oversee the team, because the team is not a replication of your absence. I don't know if that makes sense. So even now that I have 2 people or 3 people working with me, I'm still in store. Yesterday, I left here 8 p.m. So it's not, go and be doing the work. That's not it. You also have to be there to supervise. And when the demand increase, you increase your team. Do you understand? So I think that's pretty much for that. I hope I answered everybody. And then Sarah will talk about how to put custom made items, because that's even one of my own major issues with my business. So Sarah, if you want to talk on custom made items and how to factor operational costs for the laundry business, guys, so you can just quickly do that and then we'll move forward.
Okay. Yeah. So can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So for the laundry person's business, okay, somebody say you've not answered everybody. She will definitely answer.
Okay, Faith, you didn't raise up your hand when I called everybody. That's why. Just type your question in the chat section and then I'll reply with that. Why Sarah just does that thing so that we can move on quickly and everybody can go.
Okay, fantastic. So for the laundry person business, I found it fascinating, like the questions that you asked. And just to piggyback off what Temi said and just going into your own question, how to factor in operational costs. I feel like for you, what you even need to do right now is, I don't think that you've even understood your own business in like the in-depth of your business, because you mentioned something that struck me. And what you mentioned is you don't know the quantity of, let's say, for example, the bleach that you use to make one shirt. And I'm not even going to say that's just wrong. I just think that you're going to be doing yourself a lot of huge disfavor and disservice than even trying to grow or even get more customers, because you want to get to a place that when you wash a dress, you're asking yourself, what's the quantity of the detergent that you use? What's even the quantity of water that you used? What's the quantity of the bleach that you use? Not because you're just making sure that you have a data stored somewhere, so that as you grow, when you employ people, you can know how much is used to attend and fix a particular order, and even for your own growth. So I would just say that if it's possible for you to take 6 weeks or 4 weeks off, like not even trying to get a new customer, because what I always tell business owners is you need to understand your time and seasons. There's some seasons that you're in that you need to actually understand your business, because growth will come as long as you're diligent. And that's one of the things that, if you're a believer, you will hear people say all the time, is being diligent in what it is that you're doing, because with consistency, they will definitely be. You don't want growth to come when you don't even understand what it is that you're even doing to run your business. So I will ask that, please, it just takes a few weeks. All you just need to do is highlight, oh, I wash one dress, check it for this dress, wash it very clean. This is the quantity of things that I use to wash a bag. This is the quantity. You can even store it on your phone or your notepad. To wash this one, this is the quantity that I use. To even package bag, this is the nylon bag that I use. This is this one, because you just want to make sure that you're tracking those. And when you start scaling, when you're having orders like 50 and you have a team that are working with you, nobody's going to be telling you, oh, all the jig has finished or all this one has finished. How? You just wash 3 clothes. How has it finished? But when you have this, you can definitely track. And that's how it will also piggyback up on the factoring operational costs. How can you even factor? How do you know that for the operational costs, if you have 10 dresses, what's the operational cost to run 10 dresses when you don't even know how much detergents that you need to purchase to wash one outfit or clean a house or clean an apartment? Your operational cost, factoring those things in, will never be accurate. It will not be accurate, because it will always be flawed, because you don't even have the right information and the right data. So I think that your problem is foundational. So you need to sit with the business and tell yourself, okay, I'm not even looking for new customers. All of the remaining part of August, all of the remaining part of September, I want to even understand how much and the quantity of products that I use to make or wash or laundry or launder one outfit or whatever outfit, so that you have like an SOP that guides you. So the other course, when you are finally done all of this, I always say for business owners, and I like that you're in this class, it means that you always really invent yourself and all of these things, is we need to get to a space in our business that we are comfortable seeking people who have achieved success and asking them questions. And I'll give an example. I was speaking to somebody last month and I'm like, the next business I want to do in this life, I want to own a pure water factory. And the person was like, fashion, you are in tech, how do you want to own a pure water factory? No, I was like, oh, I want to find somebody who has a pure water business, that has a pure water factory. And people are like, what do you need it for? I'm like, oh, I want to have a pure water factory. But at this stage of my life, I'm not going to do any business with try and error. I don't mind looking for somebody who has one and shadow this person for 3 months and just learn the challenges of what this person is going through. And so that I can really ask myself, do I really like this business? And do I really want this business? Do you understand? So we need to get to that place that we are looking for people who have achieved success and asking, when I say asking questions, maybe mentoring sessions. And we need to look for people who have evidence of success, because the thing that social media has made it in a way that you think that they are doing something well, but deep down, you don't know that, oh, what they're just putting out there is not what it is. So we need to, it doesn't even have to be somebody on social media. On your streets, around you, you see a laundry man that has been in the business for the past 30 years. Do you want to talk to that man to ask him, how has he been able to do and succeed and grow this business that is so consistent? Because like I always say, I'm always telling us that we are so used to taking for granted the things that are around us. We're always looking at, oh, this person, I want to go on to this person. Meanwhile, there's somebody around you who has successfully done this. But this person, maybe they don't look like the kind of aesthetic that you feel like, oh, this person is not on social media. This person's shop is very small. But this person has that small store. They have wisdom that they've used to run that business for 30 years. That laundromat has been there 30, 35 years and running. They've sent 10 children to school. There's a wisdom that they have that you might never find from somewhere else. Then your own is, would you now add that wisdom to your own modern age and making sure you're excelling from them? Do you understand? So when you do all of those things, it just really helps you put a lot of things in perspective. So like I said, please make sure that your foundation is even not right now. So when you are able to account for all of the things that you use for your own process and making sure you're putting them, you're quantifying them, you can now start, oh, I want to for somebody who wants to wash a dress. Okay, I use one sachet of soap. It was 100 naira. I turned on the light. They took light. I turned on the gen. Okay, for my water, how much do I pay in water bill? How much do I pay in electricity bill to power the water, what they call that, pumping machine? Oh, there was no lights. I had to use generator to turn on the pumping machine. How much did I use also for that? You're asking yourself, okay, the customer to go and do delivery, how much did I pay and use to call the person, or to even send a text message, oh, I'm at your store, I'm not around. Even if it's 10 naira, you're factoring in all of those things. But if your condition is wrong, it makes it difficult for you to even put in all of the operational costs in that. I hope that I was able to answer that question. So for the other person, yes, and just to add, so for the laundry person, you're talking about sales, and it's just, I'm always a champion of saying that we always take things around us for granted so much because our eyes are always fixed onto the next thing, which, like I always say, is great. Always have a vision. I want to bet you that you have a laundry business. Are you a Christian or are you a Muslim? Just one quick question. Are you a Christian or a Muslim? And there's a reason why I'm asking this question. You can just...
I'm a Christian.
Fantastic. What church do you attend?
RCCG.
Okay, so in your church, how many people know that you have a laundromat business?
Practically the old church is not a big church, so practically the old church knows.
So I used to attend Redeem. So practically the old church in your zone, that's your old church is your parish, so in your zone.
Yeah, just my parish.
Yeah, okay. How many people in your zonal headquarters, regional headquarters know that you actually have a laundry business? Because you say your church is now a small church. So you see why I'm going there. I'm not even trying to embarrass you or anything. I'm saying that you see people who are busy. And I'll say, for example, I have people who say, oh, I'm a fashion designer, I've never sold one dress. And you go to church every Sunday. I've never even seen you wear a dress that you made. People are not magicians. You need to always speak out because businesses on its own is very tough. And let's just be honest with ourselves. You need to maximize the things that are inexpensive to help you push your business and propel your business forward. So are you telling yourself that every Sunday after church, I remember one time last year, I think it was November, I was telling people in my church that I'm going to do a flyer and stand in front of my church. And in my church, we have 500 people in my center going in and out. First service, second service, that's almost 1,500 for 3 services. I'm going to give everybody, I'll do 2,000 flyers. People thought I was joking, but I actually did it because I actually don't care. I'm looking for money. I have people's needs to meet and I need to make sure that my business keeps running. So you need to make, and that's free traffic. free traffic, like free traffic, just doing that. So I'm asking you sincerely, do you think that you are putting your business out there for success as much as you want that, as much as you want to? So your immediate environment, everybody on your street, do they even know that you have a laundromat business? They are saying, oh, online and offline, you're not making money. So we need...
Hello? Oh, I think someone is speaking. Let me just...
Okay.
I have just a few minutes to go. I want us to end by 9 so that you can do the last part.
Yes, so I've answered the question. Like I said, just make sure that you're asking yourself the genuine question and not always looking on to the next big thing without solving the problems that are right in front of you right now. So how to use bumper to... The other person says how to...
Do you think this will fit into the demo?
Oh, yes. Yes, it will definitely
so
fit.
If you don't have yes. I think it's just down. It's very quick. If you don't have bumper, just download it now. She wants to like show us a demo of how to like use the whole app, and I think it will be
here. Yeah, so that I can even show you in real time if as you're downloading.
So while you're downloading, teachers, I need to. Oh, somebody asked about how to manage a 9-to-5 and run a business, but I think there's a very important question I need to answer, and I'm going to answer this question in 1 minute. Faith asked about people buying on credit. And let me just say this. Nobody ever buys on credit from me. If you like, be my friend. If you like, be my sister. And that's because I've put a structure that will never allow you to buy from me on credit. So when you're ordering, even if it's Instagram DM, as you're ordering, I'm sending you account details. And I'll put payment. Okay, I don't used to put it, but payment validates order. And I know you are into food business. There's no reason on earth you should be selling anything on credit, except for people that you trust. Okay, we attend the same church. Sometimes I go, I say, oh, please quickly give me something. Or after church, I will give it to you. All those kind of scenarios are super, super different, right? Where you know that, oh, this is my team member. After church, once you are done serving, I can grab her and collect my money, right? But for general things that you are selling and things that you should have automation process. E.g., as the client is reaching out to you, be giving them invoice, except for when you are in an outdoor setting where there's no point to be doing invoice and all those things. But when people I believe that when people approach you, even in outdoor setting, to come and buy things, they're holding their money. If they're not holding their money, oh, I'm so sorry, the prices are fixed. I'm sorry, I cannot sell on credit. You have to be comfortable saying you cannot sell on credit and put systems. Immediately they are ordering, you are preparing invoice, you send them invoice. They will not come and ask you to come and do it for free, right? So I'm still going to have that personal discussion with you, but to scale your business, you need to stop selling. I don't know who the person can be on it. You need to stop selling on credit. It is not done. You do not buy. I always say it. They did not give me discounts where I bought shirts, and I buy a lot of shirts every day. So I'm not going to give anybody discounts except I factored in my cost price and my profit. So people are not giving you discounts in the market. You should not be giving anybody discounts. Why am I saying discount? Sorry, credit. You are not buying your tomatoes on credit in the market. You are taking money there. So when the business owner or the client comes to you to come and buy, also tell them that you're not selling on credit. They will not buy from you. They will go somewhere else. And let me tell you something. My mommy used to say one adage that when they finish you, they will go somewhere else. And that is the truth about business. When your business closes down, which it will not in Jesus' name, they will go and pay times 2 of that money they don't want to pay you in another place. So this one is not a matter of tips and tricks. It's a matter of you standing firm. Because I know some people that you still send invoice to, they will not answer you and come back the next day and say, where's my t-shirt? But you need to be very firm to say you are not selling on credit. And that's on period. Do you understand? So I don't think any people still buy on credit these days, except it's a service-based business that you go and do with ministries and civil servants, and they will tell you to come and collect money later. But you're selling food. You need to be collecting your money ASAP, immediately, safe. Do you understand? So I think we'll just do the demo very quickly. And if you have some more time, I'll just touch on content creation. And if we don't have time for that, I'll probably just shoot a very quick video with the resources I'm sending. Please don't send me a message tomorrow for the resources. I'm adding a lot of things to it, and you have to give me time, at least 3 days, to put everything together.
Okay, please, can you give me access to share? So I want to use my mobile app.
Oh, great. I've stopped sharing now, so I'll spotlight you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the second phone, the mobile phone. The second Sarah Kasim on the call.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to find the second Sarah Kasim. I'm coming. Yes. I can't find you. Okay, found you. So I should make you co-host.
Yes, so that I can share. I want to use an app, so I want to use my phone.
Yeah, I just made you co-host now.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so to start the demo session, I would advise that first of all, I would just like to say that I'll be looking at my phone a lot. So I don't want you to think that I'm distracted or anything. I'm not. I'm just making sure that I'm using the screen and just guiding you on the demo session. So the next thing that you do now is Bumper. So you have to go to your app store. If you're using an iPhone, it's on App Store. If you're using an Android, your Google Play Store. So all you just need to do is search for Bumper. It's BUMPA, and it looks like this. It's loading. It looks like this. So this is it. BUMPA, and it looks like this. So because I've downloaded it, it's very easy. All I just need to do is click here. So I'm going to quickly sign out so that you can see how it looks like. I'll just quickly do a demo session for us to see. In less than 10 minutes, we'll be done. If there's anything I want to say right now is if you're a business owner, and I'm not just going to be selling Bumper to you because, oh, I'm leading growth and partnership at Bumper. No, I'm selling Bumper to you because I use it for my business. And one of the things that I've seen times and times again is that a lot of businesses and business owners have been burnt times and times again with having to find technical people or web developers to build their websites. With Bumper, you don't need those. You can run your business from this app with ease. So in the next 5-8 minutes, I will be showing you how and selling Bumper to you and all the things that Bumper can do. So from my page here, to sign up, when you download the app, this is what it looks like. You add your store name. Please add your correct store name, your business name. So, for example, now my own is Sarah Kasim. So I'll put that. Next, add your full name. My full name, Sarah. My phone number, add my phone number, add my email address, and then my password. So you put all of those things. So you see this got a referral code. When you click on it, it expands. So in this expansion, please just put Global Temi in caps lock together. Global Temi in caps lock together. So when you expand that referral code, just add Global Temi in caps lock, and then you sign up. As soon as you sign up, I'll show you the next page that will look like. So I'll be. Hello, can you hear me?
Interrupt you, please. Is this app available outside Nigeria?
Oh no, it's not available. Are you saying that you run a business out of Nigeria?
Yes, but I checked on App Store and I can't find it.
No, it's not available outside Nigeria.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. So Global Temi, add that and then you sign up. But I'll be signing in. So I'll be using my Nigerian store now for this. So what I'll just do is I will use my email. Let me just do password and sign in. So I'll be using an actual store so that you can see all of the things that Bumper can do in the next minute. So this is loading. Let it just load and then I will just. Okay. So I'm signing in. As soon as you sign up, this is how your store will look like as soon as you sign up. So this is how your store will look like. So you see, this is one of my store. So you can see it's actually like this, very simple. So you can see on the top left, you can see sarahkasim.com.ng. When I download and sign up on Bumper, it gives you a URL, but your own URL might have .bumper.shop behind it because it is still new. So if you want to add this extension, you have to, on the app already pushed out a new update today that can allow you buy your domain name directly from the app yourself. So you buy the domain name and then we can fix that. So you can have domain name like .com, .ng, .com.ng, .org, whatever it is that you want. You can have that when you want to buy. So the next thing also, you can see here, there's products at the bottom. You see product orders, messaging, and more. So with Bumper, there's so many things that you can do, but I'll just be taking a few things. So for products now, we're going to be adding a new product here. So you see from here, I will click on this plus sign. So I'll go back so that we can see. I'll click on this plus sign. Let's say Global Temi dress. So I will add one of the dress recent. Let me just look for one dress. This one that my customer is wearing. Choose it. Enter price. So let's say the price is 15,000 naira. I add product design. So with this product design, I always say maximize your product design page. Product design is product description page imagine a product description page as your sales agent. You know, when you walk into a store, you want to buy something, there's a sales representative in that store. The person can tell you, oh, this perfume, if you smell it, is nice, it's vanilla, it's cute, it's this and that. You don't have that in an online business. So I always tell business owners that your product description page is your online sales agent. So whatever it is that you're adding there would help people make quick buying decision and help you check out faster. Or see your product decision page as a type of buying journey for your customer. Let's say, for example, a business owner, somebody wants to buy a dress online or this vanilla scent perfume online. If your product description is well detailed, Google will rank you. There's something we call SEO, search engine optimization. That's when you want to buy this vanilla, you just have to put, vanilla cologne, vanilla swirl near me in Abuja. Every website that has written this in their product description page, Google will rank them. So you need to ask yourself, when your customers want to search for you, what kind of queries do they do? What kind of things do they put on Google to find you so that you can put those in your product description? And also detailing what your product is like. Is it 100? This one is 59 ml. What's the color? What? And so on and so forth. So I'll just put yellow dress. It can be worn out for girls' night and picnic, whatever, and so on and so forth. So if anybody puts yellow dresses, yellow picnic dresses, because I've added these keywords in my description, it's possible for Google to rank me on Google and index my website on the web, so they can even find this dress, because those keywords are important. Yellow dress that can be worn out for girls' night and can be delivered. I can even put delivery is instant. So if somebody says yellow dress near me with instant delivery, it's possible that this ranks up on Google page. Then you put the quantity. So today we're putting quantity 100. The next thing, collection. So what collection does is help you put this product in one place. So for example, dresses, skirts, trousers, pants, jackets, jeans, all of those. So you can put them in collection and just add this dress there. So anybody who wants to buy dress, when they click on dresses, this yellow dress will also be there. Next thing you do is click on add more details. So with this add more details, you can add your discounted price. So maybe, for example, the price is 15K and you want a discounted price of people that buy on the website can say, 14K, you want to sell it. You can also add your cost price, because with analytics, it helps you make sure that you're determining what your cost price is and how to make sure that you're using it well. Then the option name, this is what we call variation. So with variation, you can put sizes, you can put color. So for sizes, I put one variation. Then value, I would say size is small, add another value, medium, add another value, large, add another value, extra large. Let's just stop at large. The new variation, this one will now be color. So for color, I can say red, I can add here yellow, I can add here black. So the beautiful thing about this right now is that the app already helps you generate all this variation quickly. Next thing is your own inventory. How many red in small do you have? Maybe you have 1. How many small in yellow? You have 2. Small in black, 5. Medium in red, 5. Yellow, medium, 5. Okay, medium black, 0. Large red is just 1 that is left. Oh, yellow, 0 to large black, 6 that is left. As soon as I save this, so you can just edit according to your own stock. As soon as I save this product, it publishes live. So I'll be showing you the published product right now so that we can see how it looks like on the website. So you can see now it's published live. All I need to just go to is click on this sarahkasim.com.ng and immediately takes you to my own website, and you see that product that we just created. One of the things that I like and love about Bumper is that there's nothing else that can, like, you put something on an app and next thing you're seeing it on your website. That's how easy and powerful we have made these products, that you don't need anybody, you don't need any technical person, you don't need a developer to help you put all of these things. Immediately you see that. So see the products right now. Global Temi dress, 14,000 naira. Immediately you want to click on add to cart. If you select size small, select color yellow, add it to cart, and you can proceed to checkout. So you see now, proceed to checkout. You put your shipping details. See, all of these shipping details are here. I'll show you how to do that in the back end too. So you reach out to your delivery partner, ask them for all of the list of their shipping details per zone, so that you can fix all of this pricing and details in these places. So you are going to be picking, let's say, pickup. So that's free. If you have a coupon code, you're running a sale, running a campaign, give people code. When they add the code, they get a discount to shop on the website. Next thing we're going to do is click on proceed. One of the things we have solved for the Nigerian Nigerian market is that I've seen times and times again that people are always complaining about, oh, my card is not working, this is not working, network and so on. We've solved in a way that as a business owner, you're not losing any sale and putting the power of options in your customer's hand. So with that, people can pay you via bank transfer, but this is a feature that you have to be a paid member to use it. So from the beginning, you can upload your bank details and all. So when I click on proceed to pay, all my own personal account details will definitely show on the back end here for this customer to pay. But when this customer pays, as soon as they pay, you click on proof of payment, take a screenshot, upload this proof of payment, and then next thing that they will do is complete order. Do you know how simple this is? I will get an email immediately. Myself will get an email. That's a business owner. The customer will also get an email to say thank you for your order. So what I will just show you right now, I'll quickly show you how the email is going to look like. So because that person has placed an order, I get an email saying new customer order. Have you seen? I click on it now. Exactly. Global Temi Dress. Somebody just made an order. Do this order right now. Another was just placed on your website. Below are the customer information. Immediately you do that. So on my own app too, what do you see on the orders? This order right now will just show up itself. Have you seen? Sarah Kasim just placed an order right now, 14,000 naira. If I'd uploaded the proof of payment, I will get that detail all on the back end of this app. So everything, you can click on confirm payment. If you've checked your bank details and the order transaction, you can see that it has been successful. You can just click on confirm payment. When you're finished, you can mark a print shipping slip. The beautiful thing about this is that when you mark all of these things, the customer also gets another notification to say, oh, your order has been shipped out, so expect delivery. So that just in case, and when the thing delivers, you can come back to us, mark as delivered. So that just in case the customer does not receive it, when they get that email, they can respond to you, say, I've not received this. Maybe you should check your inventory or check with your delivery partner. Another beautiful thing I also like to highlight is that we always make sure that we're trying to reduce cost for you as much as possible. You don't need 100 apps to run your business as a business owner in Nigeria. The power of Bumper is that we have integrated majority of these things that you need to use so that you can reduce costs, increase visibility, and make more sales, maximizing profit on the go. So all you need to do from here, you can call this customer. You can do all of this from your app. Very, very easy. The next thing I'll quickly be showing us here, as you can see from it. So let me just go and remove that product because it's still showing on my page. If I remove this product, that's unpublishing it. Now it looks unpublished. All I need to just do, click on this, my website. If I go back to that page, the product is no longer there. So just in case the product is sold or the product has finished, you don't want to sell that product anymore, you don't have access to that product again, all you just need to do is swipe right and immediately unpublishes that product. Shikina. The next thing, I'm just waiting for it to load so that you can see that the product is no longer on my store and that product is out because I swiped right and immediately unpublished. It's very, very easy to use, placing the power in your hands. Can you see the product is no longer on your website and you can continue things? So if you see from this website, there's a link saying WhatsApp. If I click on this link, can WhatsApp directly, not because they are not smart people working at Shopify, is that for the context of our locality in Nigeria, you will never be able to find that as because they don't understand why you need to put a WhatsApp. They don't get it. As I said, not because they are foolish, they don't know what they are doing. No, they don't see there is no reason why somebody should be messaging your WhatsApp. That's for them is maybe boundaries. But for my own context and locality is that people are scared of being scammed. They want to see that I spoke to you with a number on WhatsApp, that just in case I don't find you, I know that I have your number to even trace. Not because you will not be able to scam the person with this means, but at least you know that you can. There's something that Aki Alabi said, and I resonate so much with it. He said something. He said that as a business owner, just put an address or a phone number on your Instagram or phone. Not because people come and look for you in your house. If you have 100 customers, maybe it's only one person that come and look for you. But it just does something to the brain of people who are in this country, in Nigeria. Like they feel more safe. They feel more secure to talk to you because, there's a house address or there's some there that can always go to. Not that they'll come and look for you, but it just really helps in the long run converting that customer. So let's go back to the other one. So the other thing now here you can see is orders. So these orders now, you can see everything here. You can see all of the details. When somebody buys from me, customer, the channel, WhatsApp, Instagram, it takes this order for you in real time. Without this, as long as the person bought on the website, it will be recorded. Another beautiful thing orders is that even if you make a transaction that is no website, maybe on WhatsApp, somebody bought from you, you can come back to record this order. So it's the same thing. Click on this plus sign here, select the customer. So I'll be selecting, let's say, Sarah Kasim. That's me. Next thing, Oh, is it physical sale? Was it Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter, GG, Jumia, Paystack, Konga, Snapchat, and others? So let's just say, oh, this person bought for my Instagram store. All I just need to do, oh, this is the date. What product did they buy? Let's say they bought this Global Temi dress. Or let's do a new dress, because I want to also show you how to mark as paid. Enter product name, Global Temi 100 Naira dress, 100 Naira. Then, or let's say 10 Naira, so that it not affect my own data too much. 10 Naira. Then I will add the product. Network is acting up. Then I'll just add the product. So you see from here, easy peasy. Immediately, this product just immediately goes to my store and it gets added to my store. So from here now, I can just click record a sale. So you can see from here, it's showing that this customer has not paid me. Somebody asked a question about selling on credits. Bumper has solved that somebody cannot buy something for you on credit. Even if they buy on credit, you always know what it is that they are owing you. So see now, the game changer here is that with your app, you can request payment from a customer. If I just click on, maybe this person bought and did not pay me, or I came to record. If I click on request payment, do you know what Bumper does for you? Bumper sends a text message to that customer to say, oh, conclude this order that you made on Sarah Kasim. So I will just go and show you. Have you seen 9:02 p.m. request payment from Sarah Kasim? Click here to pay. You don't need a text messaging media marketing platform to do all of this because Bumper has solved that problem for you. That all you just need to do is click on request payments. My own secret, sometimes I send a customer 5 request payments every night before I sleep. You go on my website to buy something, you don't check out. I will always send you request payment until at least you pay your money, unless you send a message to say, leave me alone, I'm not buying. But this feature is so powerful because it helps you increase conversion instead of all of that will be dropping off. You don't know why people are distracted. This will just solve for that. So the next thing for you, let's say the person now finally came and the person has say, Sarah, I want to pay. The person pays you 2 Naira and save. Do you know what Bumper does for you? Bumper immediately says, this person has partially paid you. This person is still owing you. So you can see partially paid. When you click on it, it's showing this person paid 2 Naira. Amount that they owe you is remaining 8 Naira. What do you do again? Send another request payment until this person pays you. When the person hasn't paid also, you can also send the person invoice, share order, send receipt, and so many other things, and even edit details. So you keep sending the request payment until this person finally pays you the money that they owe. And when they finish paying, you can record the order, and then it goes. So last year, one thing that we did, we integrated with Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram. What that integration means is that we always put our customers first. And how do we do this? We make sure that if a customer makes an inquiry on Instagram, there's no point for you to take this customer out of their most comfortable platform. You hear people say, oh, go and shop on the website. No, you don't want to lose that customer, because just be doing that, go and shop on the website, go to do this one, you can lose that customer because you're taking that person from their primary platform of engaging and interacting with you. So what did we do? We integrated with Meta and made sure that if you send me hi right now on Sarah Kasim, I need 3 people to send me hi on Sarah Kasim. I will get this message on my Bumper app without going on Instagram. So anybody, Sarah Kasim, just send me hello or hi, I'm from Global Temi class, send me a message right now. You will see it in real time immediately. So what that does is that when a customer sends hi on your Instagram DM, you don't need to stress. You can close that order from the Instagram DM on your Bumper app without necessarily having to move. So anyone has sent me, anyone, just say hi, hello from Global Temi class. Anybody, the handle is fantastic. It's okay. So I sent me hi, fantastic. So I'll be using Sure. So you can see hi from Table Cleaning. So you see from here, I can click on send product and send the product that this person wants. Maybe the person wants a small red. I will send it to the person. The person will receive it. I can click on create order. Bumper app will ask you, do you want to mark this person as new customer? Select as new customer. One thing that Temi said one time that really resonated with me. She's like, you need to own your thing so that the owners of Instagram and Facebook will not wake up one day and say they're no more doing. This thing will now tell, and Bumper will now ask you, do you want to add as new customer? If you click on yes, it records that customer's social media handle on Instagram on your Bumper store that you can even save later and download as CSV for yourself. The other thing here, you can also request payments, you can also share invoice, and so many other things that you can do because your Bumper is integrated with your Instagram page, which is very, very phenomenal and very mind-blowing. So another thing also I'll be talking about is campaign. What is campaign? I've seen business owners, you're running a small business, only you have an email marketing platform that are charging you $50, $100 monthly. That's just too much money for you and your business. Your business is not even broken even, that you're even paying somebody else in dollar when you are even earning Naira. How do we solve that? One of the things that we did is we messaging credit. So all the customers you have, you can say you want to send them emails or text messages. So I can say, oh, I'm running a a Black Friday sale, and I want to send customers to all the people in my community, Black Friday sale. Is it email or text message? So we have email marketing, we have text messages. So you can click on email, let's say the customer group, or let's say you can send to all your customer, or select, maybe I will just click on Sarah Kasim. What's the campaign title? Testing. What's the campaign? Oh, if you buy with this link, you get 10% off. I mean that you can even add image and send this email. Everybody on your customer list will have it. Everybody, unless if you say, oh, you're not sending to everybody, you want to just send to a selected set of people. You can also say, oh, what I want to do is that I want to send text message. You know those text messages that you get from MTN, big brands? You can do that with Bumper. You can say, oh, I want to send text message to everybody who has bought from my store in the past 30 days and send them a text message platform, because now emails are already getting populated and oversaturated. Text message is now taking over. Do you want to always send a text message at the end of the week to your customers? All of those things you can do also on Bumper. So the final thing I'm talking about, so that I pass the mic over to Temi, is one of my favorite, best feature, and is the business analytics data. Data is very powerful for me. I tell people that take anything else, don't take the data. Like, data is too powerful, because as long as you know you have everything in your hand on how you did something, you can always replicate that success. It's when you don't record or have the data on how you do this that you cannot replicate that success. So this business analytics is my all-time favorite. Why is my all-time favorite? One of the things I was sharing with you in this class today. So with this, you can see for an overview. So let's say I want to check with my data, the class I taught us today. I want to know, how much have I made in the past 6 months from this from this Sarah Kasim NG store only? How much have I made? Okay, so how much have I made this year? I click on this year from this store alone. You can see here is loading. It will tell me how much I made. My best-selling product, my best-selling customer. I don't know I think this is network. I'm coming. Let me just reload this again. So as it's loading, so you can see how much exactly it is that I've made from this store in this year, this store alone in this year. So you can see in total sales, I made over 11.5 million from this Nigerian store. Shipping spend, I've shipped 1 million. I can even say, so I've given my shipping company over 1 million. I need to call them to bargain a deal. 1 million only in 6 months. Oh yeah. Are you going to give me a discount? I spent 1 million. Do you want me to carry my 1 million else somewhere? It gives you the power to even make decisions, because you know how much you have spent. This is really company. If they have sense, they want to keep you like, this economy, one person has spent. Do you understand? And this is just from one store. Imagine if like my other store, do you understand? So the next thing also, you're asking yourself, online store visits. I had 39,816 people visit my store, and only less than how many people bought. What is happening? Is it that I just come in to visit the store? What exactly? Do I need to change something? Do I need to change the way I take my content? When you have this data, it helps you ask the right question. So offline sales, you see offline sales, 8 million. Online sales, 3.4 million, and so on. Total sales percent. This is my own game changer. I tell people, and why is my game changer? Is because that it gives you the power to make sound decision every time. You can see from here saying that Instagram is my biggest sales channel. So if, for example, now if I don't know this, I'll go and put on my bio, no Instagram DM, XXXX. You know how we business owner, how we put that. Don't DM me, only email me or WhatsApp. If I don't know that, I won't be able to do that. I won't, because I will not be following people. The next thing is saying website. People say Nigerians don't buy on website. My website is saying that's not true. I have a website. You have made 3.4 million from websites without interacting with these people. They just went on their own, went to the website and purchased. You check the WhatsApp. WhatsApp alone has made me 1.3 million in 6 months. The next thing, look at physical sale. I have a store. I've only made 124,000 naira. Do you think that if I'm a wise business owner, do you think I need to get a bigger store or change my store location? Anybody wants to answer? Do you think I need to do that from this data? Do you think so? Do you think so? Anybody wants to answer?
Honestly, me as a person, I don't care about your physical store. Like, I don't know. I just want my product because I trust you as a brand.
Exactly. So she doesn't even care about physical store. But if my data is saying there's no, even if I sow in a hut, so there and stay there because nobody's coming. How can you compare 8 million to 124,000 from a site? Do you understand? So these are the decisions that will help you. From Twitter, I've made 50,000 from this Nigerian store. It can be different from my global store. Do you understand? So these are the kind of questions that you need to ask yourself to help you make better decisions. The next thing, that's why I said I like this. I like data so much, because I just need to look at the data and ask myself, why did this thing happen last month, and solve for that. So the next thing, you see my products, you see best performing product by other counts, least performing products. Let's say, for example, now I have a trade fair. I will now go to this. If I don't have this data, I will now go and make African prints and Nana shorts for the trade fair. I will not go to trade fair. When I come back, I will not say, that trade fair people, they are scammers. I did not make any money. I did not do this. You don't have the data to make the right decision. You took the wrong product to the trade fair. But if I took, for example, the silk boo dress I've sold 694 of, do you think I will sell out or I will not sell out? Yes, I will sell out, because online already, people already like the product. It's like 60-40 that people will say, oh, we don't like it, because 600 people have made it and then they bought it and then they liked it. So my trade fair, even if it's only that boo that I sell and take away, it's already a game changer. Do you understand? So the next thing also that I'll come here is my total customer this year. 954 people have interacted. New customer, returning customer, average spend, total customer by order, by volume. Business owners, if there's anything that I want to beg you today, some of us have been running businesses for the past 5 to 6 years. We have never because what I've been never giving them a gift. And not because we're wicked people, we don't know what it is that we want to do. The answer is because we don't even know who our best customer is and the people who have bought so far in a particular time frame. You have not given the smallest, even if it's maybe perfume or something, just to say thank you. Not because you're wicked, but you don't know. So because I know that this person in 6 months only, this person has spent 284,000 naira. Do I need to pick up the phone to say, hello, how are you? I'm just checking in on you. Are you good? And do you understand? If I want to even give the person, what's this person even buying from the store? This person likes to buy only boo-boo. They bought about 4, I'll be 5, I'll be 6 boo-boo. Who are you buying the boo-boo for? Is it your sisters? Is it? So do I need to be asking myself, anytime I have a boo-boo collection, do I need to, is this man the first person I should go and reach out to that? We have new boo-boos, oh, please. Do you understand? Because I have this, but if I don't have this data, it will just be there, lost in the distance. The other second person too, what she buys is Ankara shorts, and she has bought like 180 something naira. So you're asking yourself, if you get like Ankara shorts, do I want to even create a new collection and even name it after her? So that it does something to us, say, you even went as far, then I'm going to buy 100 more Ankara shorts from you. If you don't have this, okay, I think it's really good to hear him. I've learned a lot from him. Okay. Yes, so that is everything for me. I think I will just look for how to just continue this some other time. But I really hope that you can see like so many things that Bumper can do for you and how you can use for your business. And because of Temi, we're also giving a 20% discount to everyone who is present and coming from this Temi class. That's one of the reasons why I said make sure that in your referral you're adding Global Temi caps lock and adding it together and putting it in checkout. I don't know if Damilola is here. She'll be sharing that link and then you can just use that to access the 20%. Okay, Damilola is here. Fantastic. Yes. So that will be all from me today. I will be passing the mic over to Temi, as we know, Global Temi, to take over the conversation. Thank you.
All right. So if you can stop share, great. That will be all. Is a lot of all that you just shared. I feel like you actually taught using. I've been using Bumper for so long, but all these features you're showing me is like, I know this is it. I've never in my life used it. I think one very quick question I want to ask you, I want you to touch on, and it also applies to me. So for people like me that my customers come, they say, Emi writes, I'm the most beautiful girl in the world on my t-shirt. Please, how do you manage custom orders on, and it's easier if we use one font for our t-shirt. So we use different fonts and customers want to send us like logos and things. So are we going to go back to manually, because that's what I used to tell my people to do, manually imputing it, or is there a way to like manage that? If you can just tell us in like 1 to 2 minutes so quickly. Yeah.
Okay, so with Bumper, you don't have to manually do that. On your Bumper app, there's a place that when you want to check out is the option that has a note. Do you understand? So maybe what you just need to do is publicize the feature of that note on your own page. So you're creating content on when you want to request a personalized text or anything like that. There's a note feature. When you want to check out, you see, do you have any notes for this order? Let the person write it. So in the notes you're writing, I want to write my boyfriend is the greatest in the world, whatever it is you want to write, whatever. So you need to just create content, making sure you're directing people to actually use that feature. But there's a note that when they check out, you receive that note and the order, and the note will be there. Because I know that people say, oh, I can see that on your product description, the length is 57, I'm 62. Take that into consideration because they use that note. So create content around that so that you can direct people to use that feature and also use it on the website. But definitely, you can definitely use it, and you don't need to do it manually or having to always go back. And even if you want to even personalize the customer engagement with your customer, Bumper has the website feature. So when the customer makes an order, you can still use that also when they're clicking on that. So, oh, thank you so much, blah, 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 blah. And this is even a feature that we're also looking to launch, that you can just click, when you click on the WhatsApp, you have templates of kind of messages that will be coming out on the platform. You say, oh, just a thank you messages, your order is getting ready, whatever template you want to say, click on that and it broadcasts to everybody who is on your Bumper website or who just made an order. Yeah, so there's so many other things here, but I think I'll just wrap up that and give you back the microphone.
Well, I think I'll just say this. It's not just enough to come and listen, because I think this is what happens with a lot of small business owners or growing business owners, where people are churning out information. And the good part is, let me just say this, everybody is going to get the recording of this session for free, and you have access to it as long as you want. I will only beg you not to. First, if you share it safe, nobody can access it except I give them access. So please and please, like, rewatch, sit down, pace yourself. Everything she has shared, you can rewatch it again. So don't worry, all the questions about am I going to get replay, it's small thing. You're going to get it, and you also get like some other items.
Yeah.
I think you should also, I'm not trying to say like try to sound salesy, but you should follow Bumper. One of the things I really like about them, they always share like practical things you can do for your business. So follow them. All these things Sarah is saying, they have like people who sit down and do it. In fact, they will, if you already start today, they will assign somebody to you. Say, so, and I think, that customer relation is one thing that I really like. I've used so many payment platforms and, websites, and trust me, like, I don't have that kind of relationship. So, I asked in the group chats, somebody asked, how do you manage 9 to 5 to 5 to 9? I think that's the last question I want you to answer. And I really want to bring Pastor David here. It's fine if you're really, really saturated. You can just mute us for a while, but be rest assured that the replay of this session is going to be here. Everybody's going to get busy from tomorrow, and I hate to procrastinate. I know we are offshoot on our time and people are tired, but you can just relax wherever you are. If you're cooking or something, just put the phone by the side. You are not going to miss out on anything. Everything Pastor David is going to talk about will be recorded in this session, so you are covered, right? So yeah, Sarah, if you can just answer that your 9 to 5 and 5 to 9 question, I think it will really, really be useful for a lot of us. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much. And just to answer that question, the first thing that I always tell people is that I'll be as transparent as possible. And I'm not a magician. And the one of the things that has really helped me is that I always say this thing: you need to understand your times and seasons and where exactly it is that you are. If I was doing Bumper 2 years ago, I would have definitely failed. And that's just the truth, because what I understand now, I definitely do not understand that. So one thing I would just really emphasize on right now is that for me, and I'll be as honest as I can possibly be, is you need to set a realistic goal. And set a realistic goal. So for me now, I work in 9 to 5. I always say that whatever it is that I am doing, I make sure that I have a framework in my head that, Bumper is 9 to 5. So it means that 6, 7 doesn't mean that, people will not send me a message about Bumper. And because of the kind of energy that I have, people will still reach out to say, something wrong with me, my store, can you help? And I'll reach out to support a technical team, but you will still try to help as much. Especially people who have high-ticket customers. You cannot just say, reach out to support. No, you still have those people who will still spill over to your time. I tell myself, from 8 to 12, you can do this. So one thing I would just advise you is, I don't believe in work-life balance. And I'm sorry, you might say, how are you resting? I always say that for your time and season, when you truly understand, you get to a place that you know that right now you cannot afford yourself that luxury of having a work-life balance. Especially when you know, like, the goal that you're trying to get. I mean, I know you might not agree with that, but I always say I'm not 40, I'm 30 years old. I don't need that right now, because I know that it's not realistic for me. I'm still a very young person. I have so many dreams. I have so many goals. I'm just a growth and marketing manager. There's so many. I want to be a CEO of a tech corporation one day. Do you understand? So I'm asking myself, because you already know, oh, you set your SMART goals to understand that this is what I want to do so far. This is what I want to do so far. It helps you to truly know. So for Sarah Kasim, also, one of the things that I always say is you need to pray. Like, I know that some people might be here, they're not Christians, but if there's anything that I've been lucky that I've hacked in this life by the help of the Holy Spirit, is my team. Everyone who has been working with me since I launched Sarah Kasim in 2018, only one person has gone, and she went because she got married. I'm still with the team that started with me. People might say, oh, you're lucky you have a good team. Maybe you're a great person. I cannot take any of that glory. And that's just the truth. Do you understand? I cannot take, people have been working with me 5 years, 6. I can't take any of those glories. So it's just asking, like speaking and asking, praying, because you need direction to even hire the best team that you can trust, and you know that regardless of whatever it is, these people will always have your back. I tell people that my name is just Sarah Kasim. The person who is the lifeline of my business is the Sarah Kasim. I'm just bearing the name, and that's just the truth. Do you understand? So that's another thing I would just say. And one other thing I always also finally say is make sure that maximize technology. I threw a shade, and I know that people caught it when I said it, is that you're calling yourself CEO and founder. You can't use Google Sheets. You can't use Doc. You can't use Calendar. You can't use Google Task. See, I'm not trying to be somehow, because it's not even Christ-like to be somebody who puts other people down. But sometimes we need to tell ourselves the truth. Do you understand? I'm not trying to put you down. I'm not trying to be shady. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to... But you need to get to a place in your life that you own up to the things that you need to own up to. So you're telling yourself, I'm calling myself CEO, founder. You can't use Google Sheets. You can't use Google Task. You can't use Google Calendar to even automate something as simple as calendar. In the email, you're telling the person, oh, look for a time. Can you create a scheduler? Let them pick their own time. Technology is the future. And if whether you like it or not, if you don't take advantage of it, before you know it like this, you just be redundant. You just, what just happened? Like flip second, do you understand? So I begging you, maximize technology, automate your process. The things that you can automate, there's some things that you cannot automate, obviously, but there's some things that you can automate, you understand? And give yourself grace. Like when I say give yourself grace, is making sure that there's sometimes that things will not just go as planned. Just let it go. You cannot, there's nothing that you can do. Hold on to things so much and have great support system. I know that, yes, we are always championing, oh, I'm self-made, I can do it all by myself, I'm guided by this. Great. They're great. But please, if you want to, 9 to 5, I work in a tech startup. Startup! It's not startup. I don't want to say it takes my life, but I just think that if I can't do it, you definitely can. Like, I'm not so special, not fantastic, you can.
Thank you so much. And that thing you were saying about support system is super, super important. Thank you so much, Sarah Kasim. You've heard a lot, like in this session. You see the whole bumper session. For me, it was not even about bumper. It was also about like data insights. I didn't know I could send text message to my clients. If you have ever bought anything from Lights and Curtains, be ready to get message from you. I'm just joking. So I'll quickly bring on Pastor David now. I know you have a lot of questions, but trust me, if you take all the questions on this call, we're not going to leave. So this session, I would have said tomorrow, or maybe you record it, but see, let's just have it as quick as we can, because it's super important. It's one thing to have clients, it's one thing to have community of people that they will if there's one thing I know, people that buy from Guest Store fight for Guest Store. They carry Guest Store on their heads. I mean, I want to learn how they do it, although I've been learning like secretly, but today I wanted to like share everything, and I'm really, really here to like learn. So I'll spotlight him now, and I'll just bring in Pastor David. You guys, please clap for yourself, like you've done a super, super great work. Omo. So sorry, this is my sharing of screen. I never be expert, no this. All right. Please, Pastor David, just tell me next slide. I did for you.
All right. Okay. Can everyone see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay. Oh, hi. Hi, everyone. Oh, my God. You guys, so sorry. Everything just went crazy. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, my God. I learned so much. I was just like, how did I not know this much? I'm just like, God has been saving me all my life. Thank you so much. Thank you, Temi, as well. Thank you, everyone. Sorry, this has taken so long. I'm sure it will be worth it by the time I begin. Now, this slide is just a guide. Bulk of what I'll be saying are things that I'll give you a lot of real life examples and experiences so that you can relate to things that I have done with GERD and how you can apply them personally as well. So the question is, how can you build a community around your brand? And one of the reasons why this is very important is because many times in building a brand, what you want to do is you want to be able to sell to people. Okay? And if you are selling to people, you have to understand how people are. It's like a relationship. If you want the best out of your partner, you want to give your partner the best. If you want the best out of your staff, you want to give your staff the best. If you want the best out of your students, you want to give your students the best. Same thing. If you want the best out of your customers, you want to give your customers the best. And building a community, there are some things that determine what a community can look like. Okay? One of the major things is a community has some sort of language. Okay? When I say, I mean in real life, how do you know a community in terms of like, you know, the Lugbe community? You know, what happens is they are bounded by geographical region. And in some cases where they're not bounded by geographical region, they are bounded by something.
He's muted, so we can't hear him.
Hello, you went to mute.
No, that means somebody muted me. Okay.
Wait,
can you hear me now?
Who is muting my speakers? If I catch you. Okay, you're back.
Okay, I'm back now. What's the last thing you heard?
You have their own language.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you. So, exactly. Typically, communities bounded by location, they have their language, they have their oracle. In some cases, they have their ballet or their captains or their chiefs or their kings or whatever. Now, what you want to do with your business is to...
When you're not crazy.
Eh?
Sorry, somebody is speaking. Please, who is that?
Okay. So, what you want to do for your community is try to replicate what a real life community looks like online. Now, for GERD, like I said, when we started with shirts, and shirts was not the goal. And it wasn't exact. Let me just go back and say something else that will relate to what I'm about to say. Many of the success stories that you've seen today, and I can say this because I read some books. I read a book called Great Brands and How They Started. Now, what that did for me was it helped me understand that many of the great brands that I look at today did not begin by 100% calculation. That, okay, so we're going to start this brand, this is the mission, this is the vision, then we're going to do this and do this and do that and do that. You will realize that many of them just started doing something and somehow it picked up and then everybody liked it and then they continued. The lesson there is always let opportunity meet you prepared. If opportunity doesn't meet you prepared, you're as good as not even having access to it at all. Okay, so if you want to build a community, you want to replicate that sense of a real life community with the customers. And you can only do that when you focus on your customers. So for example, what we did at GERD is that we made a point to focus on our customers, not touch the products. A good example of what that looks like is on our Instagram, for example. You hardly see any graphic design. I'm a graphic designer. I've been designing for 10 years. There's no graphic design, not even happy anniversary. Okay, no, there's happy anniversary because there's a discount. Most graphics that you see on our on our Instagram are announcements or events. You will not even see Happy New Month. You will not see Happy Anniversary without an information. You will not see Merry Christmas. You will not see any Merry anything. Why? It's not bad. I mean, there are brands that do that and it works. But we're trying to take a different approach where every single thing on our Instagram is people wearing our shirts. So at the point, depending on the type of business, at some point in your business, you may not have that many people. What you want to do, when we started, what we did was we'll post a picture of the shirt today, tomorrow a picture of somebody wearing the shirt, next tomorrow a picture of the shirt, next tomorrow a picture of somebody wearing the shirt. Now what we're trying to do was, if we had a lot of people wearing the shirt, we probably would never have posted a picture of the shirt alone. And the logic behind that is because of how emotional people are, okay? People will buy something just because they see people wearing it. They'll buy something just because they see somebody that looks like what they want to be. Now, let me give you another example. For GERD, what we do as well, the pictures that we post on Instagram, they are intentional. Intentional meaning it's not everybody who tags us on Instagram that we repost. Number one, if the quality of your picture is not good, we will not repost. Why? Because we are trying to create a persona of what we want our brand to look like, meaning high quality. And that means high quality pictures as well. Okay, so if you're a Guardian and you post a picture and the picture is not nice, I'll just like and comment, love, oh, this is so nice, you're so beautiful, but we'll not repost it. Not because you don't like you, but because it doesn't align with what we want to look like visually. Okay, so focus on your customers. Now, another way to focus on your customers in the sense of creating a community is, sorry guys, please give me a minute. Just 1 minute, so sorry.
So now, if you bought...
Okay, Abba.
So, Pastor Rotimi, if I buy your t-shirt now, I'll go and do photo shoot too, so that you post me.
Most definitely. So, yes. Now, another thing that we do in the context of creating an actual community is we give our customers a name. Now, I'm going to explain this name part for you so you understand. You want to be as intentional as possible about it. Let me give you a good example. I read a book. The title of that was The Art of the Start by Guy Kawasaki. If you want to do business, I want you to read that book. Guy. Now, one thing I read in that book was mention something and his start of the start. The art of the start. Yeah, that's the name. So he mentioned something about having I hope you're the art of this STAR. He talked about a lot of things in that book that I will not be able to go over. But one of the things he mentioned was giving your brand a name that is short enough that it can even be verbalized. So how, for example, someone can say, give me my Nike shoes, or give me my, they can even verbalize in the sense that people can convert the name of your brand into a noun or a verb. So you can say something like, this guy is girding, because of the way the name is. So those were some of the considerations that we thought about when we were finding a name. It needed to be something that can be verbalized. That was the word. Now, that's important when you build a community. Now, it doesn't mean that's the only way. There are many other ways apart from that. But that's the approach that we took. So what we did was we gave our brand the name GERD. Now, we gave the people who wear GERD a name. Now, let me give you another lesson at this point. When we wanted to choose the name for GERDians, what we did not do was come up with the name and say, hey, all the people that wear GERD are now called GERDians. No. What we did was, in fact, personally, the name I wanted was GERDites. I'm sure you will not believe. The name I wanted was GERDites. Why? Because I knew in the Bible there are some people that are called Gadites, so it rhymed. But I said, you know what? Because we are trying to focus on the customers, obviously. So I said, you know what? Oh, Kegites. I don't know if we are talking about in Unilag. It's from you like I know them. You know, I said, you know what, let's put you up on Instagram and let the customers decide. Now, this is a very big lesson. You want to give your customers that privilege, opportunity, access, and authority to be able to make decisions for your business. When you do that for them, they feel like they are part of your business. Do you understand? They feel like the name that we are being called now, I was the one that voted for it to be like that, even though it's not just them. So it gives them that sense of belonging and identity that extends just beyond buying the products. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what we did was we took a poll. We said, hey, hello customers. I can't remember what we said, but hello customers, we want to give a name to all our community members. We have two options, Gerdites or Gerdians. Everybody, let's do a poll. So at the beginning, you know, people were choosing Gerdians, Gerdites. And I was even afraid. I was like, please, you people choose Gerdites. Please choose Gerdites. Almost at the end, everybody chose Gerdians. I say, hey, wahala. But because number one is public, I cannot read it. I said, to Gerdians it is. And now, if you read it, you won't call it something else that is not Gerdians. But the point I'm trying to make here is focus on your customers, number one. Give your customers a voice. Let them know that they have a say in your business. It's just like a relationship. You can't impose on your wife. You can't impose on your girlfriend. You can't impose on your friends. You want to ensure that it's as mutually benefiting as possible. All right? Now, next slide. This is something that Sarah mentioned without mentioning. And I recognize this early enough because I had a conversation with someone who one of the co-founders of Piggy was trying to explain to me that, see, even bulk of the people we make money from are repeat customers, not new customers. And so she was trying to explain to me that, see, focus on your repeat customers because those are the people that would actually help you scale. And we did that, and we can see the results. So I can give you that information from knowledge and from experience. When you want to build your community, make sure that you focus on your repeat customers and create opportunities for them to provide feedback and be involved in shaping the direction of your brand. Now, this is different from your regular customers. Let me give you a good example. Now, in GERD, we have a group called, what's the name of that group again? I've forgotten the name. We have a group of high-level customers. High-level customers meaning there are some customers that, imagine one customer posts one picture today. Oh my God, I love this brand. He posts another picture tomorrow. Oh my God, I love this brand. He posts another picture next tomorrow. Oh my God, I love this brand. You as a founder, you don't even need analytics to tell you, take this person seriously. Why? Because this person is already carrying your business on your head. You might as well carry them on your own head. So what we did for those kinds of people was we reached out to them. In fact, on my phone right now, if you open my phone, you see I have folders with certain people because these are people that give us premium content. So I have an album called Gerd X, maybe Don Emmanuel, Gerd X Dolapo, Gerd X. So what I told them is, look, you people, and I know these people, they take amazing pictures. Anytime you take a picture in your Gerd shirts, just add it to our album so that we can be posting. Now, what that does for them is they feel a type of privilege that they don't think any other person has, which is true. And it also helps us because we are able to get great content from amazing people. All right? Now, that's one way. Another way also is, apart from content, if you apply it in any other way, maybe somebody who keeps buying from you consistently, find a way to reward them. What happened one time is we found out somebody who was buying shirts from us. At some point, we sent them one extra free shirt. What that does is, because you noticed their efforts and you rewarded their efforts, all the love they were giving you before, they will multiply it times 10. Because they now see you not as a business, but as a friend or like a relationship. And that's what community is about. Community is beyond buying and selling. Community is like, you know, camaraderie. We are in this together, that type of thing. If you give your customers that vibe, they will give you back. Okay, so that's another thing. You want to have different levels. So we have regular Gerdians, then we have another level of people who are I have them in a separate group. I keep adding people into that group based on how much you carry the brand on your head. You know, so I don't know if anybody who is in that group is here, but there are people like that these people we've tried for our brand. You know, so I have them and I treat them differently. When I'm giving discounts that lasts for one day, I will tell them, you don't worry, the discount is going to last for 2 days for you guys. Do you understand? What that does is, if many of them may not use it, but because you make them feel important, they will never let your brand go. Okay, so that level. And then another thing that we also did was we have something that we call members. So members are even different. Members have to pay money to become members, right? Now, what happens is, because this is also part of creating a community, we have members now. Who are members? Members are people that, you know, we put out information about our brand and we're like, okay, this is where we are, this is where we're headed, this is what we want to do. Okay, so if you want to be with us on this journey, we are going to put you in the driver's seat. Driver's seat meaning you are going to be at the forefront of every decision that we're making. All right. Now, these people are in front of the other people I talked about. So they're regular customers. All right. Those are guardians. Then there is the high level customers. These are people who buy from us consistently. Then there are members. Members are on a different level, right? Those ones pay money. So they have invested not just their loyalty by buying your product, they've actually invested money in the business. So we treat them differently. In fact, we send them emails from an email address called vip@get.store. Those little things make people feel different. Look, if you make people feel as important as you want them to feel, they will reciprocate it. That is the law of building a community. Make them feel as important as you want them to make you feel. They will always reciprocate it. All right? All right. So my next slide. All right. So number 3 is to share your values. Now, the reason why this is important is because if you don't share your values often enough, what would happen is you'll build a community, and at some point, you will forget what the community is about, because new people are joining, old people are there. You know, what we did as a brand is that we made it a point to express our values visibly, and we created a recognizable brand around it. Recognizable meaning, that's one of the reasons why we restricted ourselves to one font, such that I can meet somebody on the road and I can say, oh, this person is a guardian. In fact, let me tell you one of my dreams. My dream one day is that 2 people who say they randomly met just by wearing geared shirts, and that's how they started their relationship and they got married. The day that thing will happen, Twitter will not rest. Because, you know, that's what we're trying to build with a community. Another thing that a community has is a language. And for us, that language is the font that we use, such that, I told you I'm a designer. I've been designing for 10 years. It's not as if I don't know how to do graphic design. But what makes a brand stand out is different from what makes a brand beautiful. So your goal is to say, this is how I want my brand to stand out. And this is one thing that I'm going to do consistently to make my brand stand out. And in branding, what you're always trying to do is to be consistent. Consistent with the font style, consistent with the font size, consistent. So we have a dimension. A geared shirt caption can never exceed a particular dimension. That's one way you can even spot fake ones, because I've seen a lot of fakes. So a geared shirt caption can never exceed 7.5 inches. If you measure a geared shirt that exceeds 7.5 inches, it's not original. That's how detailed we are about what we want it to look like. That's apart from the fact that the font is the same every single time, the spacing is the same every single time. All right. So that's our own way of creating a language. Another thing in sharing your values is, what sharing your values does is it helps you reach out to new members of your community. Because there are people who want to be in your community but are not in your community. The only way you can attract them is by sharing your value. When they see that the value that you share is a value they align with, they will just join together with your brand. Let me give you a good example. Recently, and this is another point on letting opportunity be prepared. One day we sent Adesua and Banky W 2-piece jogger sets and then jacket sets. And somehow they wore it. That picture went viral. In fact, we went from like 12K to like 15 or 16K just because of one picture of Banky and Adesua. Now, you don't want to ask me what I did to Banky and Adesua after I found that out. First of all, I sent the person who took the picture a shirt. I said, you, just because I did take out the picture, I dash you, take. Now, whether that person loves Gerd or not, we've already planted a seed in the person's heart. The person's just like, this brand, now, wow, right? Now, Banky, obviously, I don't want to say what we've done, but we reached out to them. Now, guess what? It turns out that Adesua actually entered our DMs, and we were chatting with her. That day I couldn't believe it, because I was just like, oh my God. Why? Because she, as an individual, aligns with our values. And for some reason, I was just like, we don't know how to thank you enough. She's like, you know what? I just want you guys to succeed because you are doing something that is really needed, and I love to identify with or something like that. And I was just like, thank you, Jesus, because the more you say what you are about, the easier it is for you to find people who will align. Imagine how much we would have paid for this to wear our shirts if we did not have that value alignment. And the thing with this value alignment is it will repel some people. So you have to be fine with that. Your value alignment will repel some people. You have to be okay with you. You are not the people we are targeting. Please excuse us. The people we are targeting will find us. Do you understand? So that's another thing you want to be very, very comfortable with. All right? It's going to help you get in touch with people who have similar values. And the thing with values is values can take you values can give you what money cannot buy. Meaning somebody who identifies with you on a particular level. And I mean, let me give you a good example. This is an example, right? Somebody who you are trying to reach can reach out to you on the basis of your values. Do you understand? That's how important it is to always share your values. Now, let me give you another example. As a brand, for example, when we started, Gerd is evolving, okay? Evolving. If you read the bio that she read at the beginning, you know, she was talking about wearing with your chest, say what you believe, you know, and all of that. And that's how it was when we started. What we've done right now is we've evolved into becoming a little more mainstream, but retaining our values. Let me explain. So, what you would see on Gerd's website, Instagram, and all of that is no longer something about, you will not hear Jesus or Christ, right? Now, it's not as if we're backsliding, we're not backsliding. Let me explain. What we're doing is we're trying to retell the story in such a way that our new message is only the bold can change the world. That's our new message, one. And two is our vision is that we are enabling the bold expression of good values. That's our new vision. We are enabling the bold expression of good values. And we're doing that through clothes, through fashion, through music, through sports. We have another sporting brand coming up very soon. Now, when we say good values, we have our definition of good. Our definition of good is from the Bible. Whatever things are of good reports, whatever, and it is on our website there. You understand me? Now, the reason why we redefine it like that is such that our brand has a way of getting to people who may not be spiritual, but may be in and when they will first fall in love with the brand before they realize it's a core Christian brand. Do you understand what I'm saying? So in our value would appeal to a wider audience. All right. Last slide. All right. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. Okay, so another thing I've done is use social media to create a sense of belonging. You see, this sense of belonging. So in my church, I attend Celebration Church, right? Now, what I started to do was immediately after service, okay, I would just stand outside. I'll say, you're wearing a great shirt. Come, let me take a picture of you. Imagine doing that every Sunday after service. What happens is, so I'll just gather 5 people who are wearing the shirt. I'll snap them. People just gather and be looking at us. What's happening? We're taking pictures. I'll gather another set of people next Sunday. I'll gather another set of people on Wednesday. Now, the more people see that, people just like, why can't I be part of them? Next thing, one day I randomly heard someone say, and I want my girl shirt today, and people do not take pictures. So it started dawning on me that what we were doing was making people actually want to wear the shirt just because they wanted to feel among. Sorry. Now, this is the point I want to help you understand. And it ties back to focusing on your repeat customers. All right. Focus on your repeat customers to the point that you build a community with them. If your repeat customers are 10, okay, focus on your repeat customers so much that people who are not in that community are envious of the group. So do anything you can to ensure that I make these people feel so special. Any other person outside this group will want to be in this group. That's what you want to do. Now, the more people join the group, the more they continue to feel that level of exclusivity. And no matter how large the group becomes, because you have a value and a system that defines what that group looks like, you will consistently have your brand image, and you consistently have your shared values, you consistently have your community, and you have people who are loyal to you. Why are they loyal to you? Because you are also loyal to them. So now Instagram, like I said, is just pictures of Guardians. So people will always look forward to it. I can't wait to be posted on Gerd's Instagram one day. And then somehow that happens and they're like, oh my God. And to us, it's like, thank you for giving us content. Our day to day, they are happy that they featured on us. So it's a mutually benefiting relationship when you build a community and you give them as much value as possible. Now, I don't want to overflow the fact that you need to have a great product, you need to have great customer service, you need to do all those things. All those things are basics, all right? Now, let me tell you one extra thing that we do on social media. When we are chatting with people, we don't chat like a company, we chat like friends. So you won't hear somebody in the DM say, oh, we are sorry for no, or we will reach out to you. No, we speak in first person. So you hear something like, oh, I'm sorry you haven't gotten it. I will look into that and get back to you very shortly. Or you hear something like, hi, my name is Abby and I'm from Gerd. How can I help you today? Not, hello, thank you for reaching out. What can we do for you? You see, there are two different things. One sounds like you're talking to a company. The other one sounds like you're talking to, oh, you said that earlier. Just imagine. The other one sounds like you're talking to somebody who cares about you. And I can assure you, I'm telling you for a fact, I've made real life friends from my Instagram business DM. As in, just because we're chatting and chatting, from business we became real life friends. Okay, so it's like a relationship. If you don't invest in your customers, they cannot invest in you. So invest in them. In fact, when people DM us, depending on the mood and the volume, you'll probably hear somebody say something like, hello, how are you doing today? Hope you had a great day. Now, I've gone beyond, hello, thank you for reaching out to, hope you had a great day. Meaning, it sounds like I care about you. You want to make your customers feel that level of care, love, and appreciation. And those are the things that will make them reciprocate back to you and create the bond of the community that you want to have. Thank you very much.
I feel like this was like the topping on the ice cream. It's just like solemn assembly. Everybody just taking it. Honestly, this is, one of the sessions I was really looking forward to because I've seen how you've been able to build your community so well, come and ask your customers to come and paint your store. I would have never thought about that. I'm a very community person, but I've never thought about community in the line of business the way you do it at Gerd. And I'm very sure that you've heard from like 3 people say the same thing. You are not even Nike or Gucci. Even if you go to like all these big brands and websites, you see like chat box. They'll say, oh, hi, my name is Michael. Please speak with me today. How are you doing? And something like that. You're a small brand. And why you still have that leverage, make sure that your customers feel your presence. So you say, hi, my name is Tammy. Oh, what do you want today? I hope you're having a great day. Let me give you a very good example. There's this one of my customers that buys stuff from me. And today I called her. I'm like, oh, we are done. She's supposed to pick up on Monday. I was like, oh, hi, good afternoon. Can they deliver? Because the delivery man is there. She was like, I'm in the hospital. The moment I heard that, I didn't go ahead to say, okay, your delivery money is, try to be empathetic. Immediately, I asked her, do you mind sharing what's going on? She said her child was sick. Immediately, I made a t-shirt that had a very, a very nice inscription that was like confession based, and I added it to the item. I know how much that t-shirt is, but it went beyond that money. And she received it. She was like, you can't really understand what this did to me. So thank you so much. And like that kind of connection gives your customer, that kind of family feel. That woman, I don't need to tell her to go and recommend somebody to me. She will sing my praises of Light and Curtains to everybody that she knows. So you're still a small business, a growing business. Leverage that close-knitted community. And I'm so grateful that we're able to have this session. I'm going to record it, which is already recorded, so everybody has access. I know it's long, but, take it in capsules, take your time. And I want to say a very big thank you to Sarah Kazim for staying for 4 hours on this call. And, you guys should clap for yourself for staying till this time. Like, every single person, please clap yourself in the comment section. And all the resources I promised you, I'm going to put it in a drive. Please give me some time, because my man day house, they expect me, So I just need to rest, and then I don't want to rush it. I can rush it and share it, but I don't want to do that. So please give me some time and I'll put everything together. Please follow GED. Just by following them, there's a lot you can learn. And the sky is very big enough. If I'm selling shirts, GED is selling shirts. You can't sell to all the old Nigerians, So let everybody thrive in the space that they are, and don't try to be like any other person. You are yourself, and God has created you to be unique, and bring your taste to every single thing that you do. And I actually just want to pray for everybody that there is speed and PR that God gives that all this social media thing cannot give. And I pray that you experience it in your business in Jesus' name. And that God is going to bring you partners, people that will love your brand, customers that will sing your praises and be your billboard in Jesus' name. And I pray for increase, exponential increase for every single person that joined this call. And there's also strength to act on every single thing we've learned in Jesus' name. I love you guys, and thank you so much for joining this call. And please feel the feedback. And I'll edit this replay because it needs to be edited because of some people. And thank you so much, and have a great, wonderful night.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.